morning, everybody. Ben and Woods, 97.3. The Fan. What an honor, privilege, and pleasure it is to be here with you today, joined by all the Tier 1s already in the chat. I'll tell you something I love about this radio show here in a moment. I'm Woodsy. That's Paul Reindl. He's the executive producer of the program. Good morning, Paulie.
Hey, how are you?
Paulie broke his cherry last night. We'll talk about that in a moment. Yeah, it's a big day for a young man.
Congratulations, Paul.
You're not wrong.
You never forget your first time either.
You're not
that's
wrong.
for sure. Ben Higgins, your friendly neighborhood sports anchor, joins us as well. Benjamin, how are you?
I'm good.
I got a lot to get to. So
Had a busy Giving Tuesday.
that's why I wanted to ask you about that. But the thing I wanted to mention first about why I love this radio show so much, it was always my dream to have a show that was kind of like a sitcom. And it was like they said when I started to learn the business, they said, hey, you really want serial content. And I said, well, I can talk about cereal all day. And they said, no. They said, we want serial content. Like people come back the next day to go, I wonder what the hell happened with that.
SERIAL, not
right?
CEREAL. We all love serial content.
Like how long you guys want on cereal? Cool, we'll do 45 minutes and we won't even blink.
Had some mini wheats yesterday.
How'd they go? How'd they go down?
I love them. I love the shredded wheat. They kind of tear your mouth up a little bit.
Yeah.
It's like the same effect as Captain Crunch, but it's not Captain Crunch.
Yeah, it doesn't taste as good.
No, it
sure.
sure doesn't.
We bought Honey Smacks at the store the other day. It's been a long time.
Oh, the little tiny rabbit pellet.
Yeah,
lickles?
exactly.
Delicious.
Yeah.
Delicious. I had Honey Nut Cheerios last night. But the cereal content, meaning, hey, what happened with you guys going to the Salvation Army yesterday? What happened with Woodsy's vacuum cleaner? That's what I've always dreamed of. And, you kind of don't want to miss a Ben and Woods show because you don't know what you missed the day before. You might have to go back and listen to catch up. So those are always the shows I loved growing up as a kid. It was like one long sitcom throughout the year. And then you take a couple weeks off and then we start the sitcom over on January 6th or whenever we're coming back to work. But I opened the chat and I've got people and like, Woodsy, what happened with the vacuum yesterday? Hey, how did the Salvation Army go, guys? So I love that. The Tier 1s you've absolutely delivered. And that makes me very happy because that's kind of what I always dreamed about. And that's how I was told I was supposed to do this job. And so that means job well done and mission accomplished.
And that's what it is now.
That's what it is. And that's exactly what it is.
Best
So
listening audience in America.
there's no question about it. I want to start with you two. Again, thank you for stepping up yesterday. We had all committed to go ring the bell for the Salvation Army. I have some extenuating circumstances in my life and had to go into LabCorp to give my blood. And
You bailed.
I didn't bail on you. I bailed on you guys.
Yes.
Yeah. LabCorp bailed on me.
What?
Oh.
What do you mean they bailed on you?
I mean, when I sat down and signed in for my appointment, it was me and 65 other people
Right. That's a normal visit to LabCorp.
in a room of this size.
Right.
I didn't tell you guys this.
I have no idea. I had no idea.
On purpose. Sat down.
That's
Signed in?
every experience I've ever had. Me, 65 of my closest friends in a room designed for 12.
Yep.
Waiting for our name to be called.
Correct. So I'm sitting there and I'm starting to get a little warm and I'm like, oh, all right, just relax. It's cool. Watching stuff on my phone, but kind of also I have my headphones in, but I'm making sure because the lady would walk out the door and she would Ben Higgins, and then just shut the door. And if you missed it, you're screwed. So
See you in 3 years.
we got Paul Reindl, and then they shut the door real quick, and you're like, was that me? Was that me? What did she say? So I'm sitting there, and I'm waiting. All of a sudden, the guy that's sitting across from me gets up, walks to the counter, and goes, hey, my appointment was an hour ago.
Oh.
What's happening? And I stopped him. I go, your appointment was an hour ago? And he goes, yeah. And the guy next to me goes, yeah, my appointment was 45 minutes ago. Lady over here, mine was an hour ago too.
Oh my God.
I looked at them. I go, you're joking. And they go, no. I go, what the F is happening? And the lady behind the counter couldn't have been ruder. Just couldn't have been ruder. We're very busy. We're very busy, guys. And the guy goes, well, why did I make an appointment? And so, and she's like, we're behind. I'm like, you can be behind. 15 minutes is an acceptable. Hey, we're a little bit behind. We're going to get you. Don't take appointments if you're going to be an hour late. So you know what I did?
You have to make the reservation.
Yeah,
and
you
then
don't know how to hold the reservation.
reservation.
So you know what I did?
You left.
I left.
Yeah, I can see it.
I left.
And came back in an hour.
No.
Oh, no.
I left. And I went and called the clinic that we're working with, my wife and I said, hey, by the by, tried to get my lab work today. They're about an hour behind. I have kids to pick up. I got stuff to do. And she said, just come by here tomorrow after work and give your blood. So I could have gone with you guys, so I'm sorry that I missed it. I still haven't given my blood, but I'm giving it today. So I just want to tell you, as soon as the show's over, I got to run right out of here. I got to get down and give some blood. So if there's any post-show work, I'm going to need you guys to handle that for me as well.
I noticed yesterday you didn't say the place by name.
Today I did.
But today you did. When you were a little more upset, huh?
Look, I'm going to tell you something.
Yesterday was Cabdorp.
And I'm going to say it with my whole chest. It's maybe the worst company in America, potentially the worst experience for a consumer. Oh, also, it's not like you're going in there to get.
You're not there for pleasure.
You're there to rub and tug. You're going in there to get blood. You know what I mean? Like, it's not a happy ending kind of place.
There it was.
Yeah.
Last time you did this, Cox Cable assigned their own personal representative to the Woods family to make it right.
I'm telling you, dude.
LabCorp's you're going to somebody to his house.
You're going to get. You're going to wait. You're going to arrive home. There's going to be a phlebotomist on your doorstep. Yeah.
I'm going to have to start doing back alley phlebotomy. Like with, hey man, do you know anybody? Yeah, my buddy can do it. He can hook you up. Meet him at his house in Lemon Grove, and he'll get your blood. All right, cool, great. I'm never going there again. Never, ever, ever, ever again. You're the worst company.
Here's the problem.
You're the worst.
There really aren't that many alternatives.
It's really not. They're kind of a monopoly.
It's a bit of a monopoly.
Scumbags, man. Scumbags. With my wife saying, not true. I love LabCorp Saxony and Santa Fe. Shout out to them. The one where I went was kind of by your house.
Yeah, that's the one I go to.
The room.
It's so crowded.
Back in the building. Oh, my God.
Yeah, I know.
It's 50. It was 50 deep, dude.
They have a text service where you can wait in your car and they say they'll text you. So
you know when I got my text? Hour and a half later after my appointment. And so I'm also like, man, you bailed on the fellas to go do this.
Why did you wait for the busy holiday season?
But I didn't have a choice.
Well, that really shouldn't. I mean, people don't. Why would people need more blood drawn during the holiday?
Right.
Just call it just of the year.
Just here. Do everybody a favor. Take the appointment setting feature off of your website and say, we are walk-in only, good effing luck, prepare to wait. And then it's different.
So Florida the Flies. You're going to get there and you are going to physically combat other patients for the right to be phlebotomized.
And also, man, everyone's in there getting blood work. So you're looking around going, well, what do you have? What do you like? Are you sick as F right now? Because you sure look it. And so you're sitting in this tiny room like, this is not a good experience.
I'm just here to check my cholesterol level.
Yeah, literally.
Right.
Like I'm trying to check my sperm.
I don't have dengue fever or anything, I promise.
Yeah, but 5 other people in there do. So anyway, that is the worst experience I've ever had. I can't stand it. So I called the doctor's office. They said, just swing on by. And she was a little perturbed. She goes, yeah, we'll take your blood and then I guess we'll just send it to LabCorp. I go, yeah, great. That's what I'm talking about. So back alley phlebotomy is going to be a thing I'm going to have to figure out. Hey, can you just come to the station and pull my blood, please? Like, come on, dude. So
let's do it during the extravaganza. Here's one of my ideas.
Done. Here, let me fill like 40 of these things during these. By the end of it, I'm like, but they have all the blood they need for the year. So anyway, it sucked, dude. It sucked. So anyway, it was awful. How did your guys' thing go?
It was smooth sailing.
Good.
We got down there. They had the aprons for us. They had the bells for us.
No picture. I didn't see any pictures of you guys.
You
didn't want to brag about your charity.
They took a few pictures of us.
They took pictures of us.
Okay.
Yeah,
we don't have
I did receive some. I can forward them to Paulie now. But we had some Tier 1 stop by. Tier 1 Debbie in particular. She's the one who brought the Gene Locklear painting to give to Tim Flannery.
So Deborah, she's the one that tweeted this morning, and I saw this and I went, that's passive aggressive, but I'll read it to everyone. She's a doll. Fun to shake hands today with the hardworking 2/3 of Ben and Melissa out there hustling for the Salvation Army and our less fortunate neighbors. Well done, Paul and Ben. I hope you won the hour with your red kettle tally.
They turned it into a bit of a competition. We were on opposite ends of the entrance to the Walmart just down the hill. And on the other side was like Phil Blauer and Chopper, the biker dog.
I love Chopper.
Yeah, Chopper was great. Chopper was the star of the show.
I go, which Chopper is this?
Chopper 6
number 3.
Chopper 3.0.
Yeah. They keep getting smaller according to Chopper's handler, but a well-behaved
oh my God
dog in a Santa suit and a hat.
He is the GOAT.
Paulie got to hold Chopper.
Oh yeah, they said, "Do one of you guys want to hold him for a picture?" I was like, "You GD right, I do." licking me all over. I was patting him. He's the best.
So you guys were in a contest with Phil Blauer and Chopper the dog.
Yeah,
Chopper, it was Ben and Paul and Chopper and Phil Blauer.
And we killed it. Our bucket was overflowing with dollar bills at the end. Felt like
you told me none of this.
Felt like we had just walked out of Explicit. We got so many singles.
Oh my God!
While we were standing in front of Walmart, it was amazing.
Hey, we're here checking in for duty. Who am I going up against? You're going against Freddie the surfing dog. Yeah, it's so good. You guys are the best.
Actually, I made my biggest tip. A lady
it's not a tip.
Well, I mean,
you're not getting tips.
This one was though,
you probably
because
pocketed it.
This lady was.
It's a donation.
Lady was walking out.
Listen to this. Ben got this girl.
Her cart was full, and she walks out. And as she does, the receipt that was in her cart blows out of the cart right to my feet.
Okay.
And I look at this, and it's way because I'm tall. It's way down there, and I think, all right. I'm going to bend all the way over, pick this receipt up, and hand it to her.
Run it to you.
I do. And then she pulls out her purse, pulls out a tenner.
She like stopped
and your pie hole.
She stopped and like turned away and was like, pulled out a 10
for picking up a receipt.
And I said, well, you know what? That's about what I would charge her reaching down to the ground and picking up a receipt. So it worked out pretty well.
This is unbelievable. It's absolutely unbelievable. Good on you guys. I'll do my makeup charity work. You know I will. You know I'm good for it. You know I like doing
Jake says anytime
stuff.
You want to ring the bell, come on by.
I have some other things that I'm going to do in the community and whatnot. But
we ran with the narrative that you didn't want to be upstaged by Chopper as the biggest celebrity there. So you just made up some BS LabCorp appointment.
I wish. Oh God, I would have rather had to walk Chopper around Walmart 50 times than go to LabCorp. You have no idea. I'd rather try to replace the engine in my car. Just try it, rather than go to LabCorp ever again. And I was talking to my wife too. Is it LabCorp or LabCorp?
Ooh, is the P silent? That is we had Dominique in the chat used to work there, I believe. So let us know. Is the P silent?
Carlos says he has his phlebotomy certification. I got you. Great. I'll mail in my own blood from now on. I really would like a private phlebotomist. I think I've earned it. Is it Corp or Corp?
I don't know.
Because it's not the Marine Corps, but it's also you don't.
But there's an S at the end of that one.
Yeah,
and there's no.
But well, wait, hold on. There's an S at the end of it, and it's still
It's LabCorp, not LabCorp.
Why didn't they say LABCORE?
Well, I think it's like a
corporation.
No, it's like a corpse more like, well,
you're a corpse.
No, not that exactly. Like a Marine Corps.
Yeah, but you just said there's an S on the end of that one.
It's confusing.
Huh.
Should LabCorp,
everyone says silent P.
Should they add a S to the end?
LabCorps.
Maybe that's why they don't. They don't want people calling it LabCorps because, well, obvious reasons.
You wait so long for your appointment that you turn into a corpse every time. I hate that place. I hate it. I'm sorry. You're never going to win me back. There's nothing you can do. What are you going to do? We'll draw your blood for free. You already do that. There's nothing you can do to make this right. Nothing. You've ruined it. You continue to ruin it. Every time I go, it sucks. I've never had a good experience. It's already a crap experience anyway, and you've made it worse.
They don't even give you one of those little orange juices with the silver peel off at the top.
Shuffle you in and shuffle you in and out, and on their time certainly. Hire some more. If you're that far behind, hire more phlebotomists. I don't know what to tell you. You're 40 deep, and there's that patio table that people are milling around outside. Guys out there blasting the heater, and I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe one person back here pulling blood is not ideal for you guys. So I I doubt they were planning on spending any money on the radio, but if they were, they're definitely not
They're
now.
not anymore.
Try AM. They'll take your business over there for sure. Paulie, I want to talk about you breaking your cherry last night. Paulie,
special night.
Surprised Ben and I with it. He said, this is great, by the way, how he started. He goes, hey, have you guys ever had fresh bread? And we're like, what are you talking about? Yeah, of course we've had fresh bread. He goes, no, like homemade bread. I go, yeah. We've had homemade bread before.
I've never made homemade bread.
Your first time.
Yeah.
Now, I saw your wife post on Instagram last night, and the first thing I thought when I saw it is I went, oh, mamacita. She made that?
She made it. That was her first time ever making bread. She got the mixing bowl, the stand,
a KitchenAid.
KitchenAid.
Yeah.
We have a nice KitchenAid
awesome.
that she has been experimenting with, getting all the different attachments. She's been loving it. And she's like, I want to make bread. I want to try that out. I said, okay. She tried it, put it in the oven. She was very unsure of it. She goes, I don't know if it looks right. The dough didn't quite feel right. I don't think it's going to work out.
It ain't easy.
I look in the oven and I'm like, I mean, it looks like bread.
Looks like CPK's hot
smells like bread.
Yeah.
Don't be too hard on yourself. Let's wait and see. Dude, she pulls that thing out of the oven.
A little butter on it.
Cut it up.
Slather.
Put a little butter on it. It just melts right in.
Yeah.
It was so soft and spongy. It was unbelievable. But yeah, my mom was a great cook, but didn't bake a lot. So I never had homemade bread. I've never done that.
A lot of people during the pandemic got into bread making. I don't know why, because it's always been there. It's not like I'm forced at home. I can't get bread. I'm going to have to make my own. It was like, oh, I'm going to try this. And a lot of people did it. They got way into it, but I never did. But I've had family members that made it. And I was just telling you guys, man, my mama, rest her soul. You'd wake up, spend the night at her house, and you'd wake up and you go, oh my God, homemade straw basket with the red and white checkered cloth of just homemade biscuits, homemade biscuit. And you'd eat one and you're like, and then I would end up, my normal, like at a sitting was like 4 to 6. I was a little kid. I was probably 7, 8 years old. Crushing 4 to 6. And I'd be grape jelly on one, honey on another one. Eggs and bacon on the next one. I mean, it was like a smorgasbord.
There's nothing. The smell is almost better than the taste of just smelling the freshly baked bread. Shelly has done that. Cinnamon rolls where she rolls out the dough, makes them, and then you just smell them in the house. They're amazing.
I was in the office getting some work, and I walked out into I'm like, oh my God, the whole house just smelled so good. It was just it was a French bread, just kind of trying it out. And she's like, all right, time to figure out sourdough and garlic bread.
Well, here's the problem.
You need a starter if you're going to do sourdough. It's like a living organism that you keep in your house, and then you keep reusing it to start another batch of sourdough bread.
It's here's the problem though, because I saw it and I looked at it and I went, oh yeah, I'd eat that. Now, if she makes it, you're going to eat it.
Yeah.
And you got to eat it quick because it's not fresh bread if you let it sit for a couple of days.
But also, like, you can't be eating loaves of bread every day. You know what I mean? Like, as good. I wish we could. I wish if that would be the one, like if they said, Woodsy, you get a nutritional pass, it's not going to affect your body at all.
I cut off 2 slices to have with dinner last night, and I was like, it's not enough.
It's not enough.
It's not enough.
No.
But I can't go back. I'll eat the rest of that loaf. It was unbelievable.
So gnarly. Like, cool. Like, what's your biggest weakness? Cool. I'm going to start making that every night. I'm going to start making it every night. And so, my wife's in there making banana cream pies or cheesecake or something. And I'm like, hey, please don't do this because I don't have much willpower. But I'm telling you, the presentation of it, it had like the top of it looked perfect. And that's how you judge it. You look at the top and you go, that's perfect. She absolutely nailed it. So that's excellent. Excellent news there. We did not make any bread last night. DoorDash was down last night, and you should have seen.
DoorDash was down.
You should have seen the panic.
So North County went unfed for the entire evening, apparently.
My neighborhood was out begging for food. The whole neighborhood, because Hannah tried to do it. She goes, the place we were ordering from, she goes, it's closed. I go, it's Tuesday night. It's not closed. What's happening? She goes, you do it. I go, all right. So I go down and get I go, I'm ordering fine. Look, it's all going through. Hit order, closed. And then she said, let me try another restaurant. Closed. It was some glitch, I think, in the DoorDash system. So we had to go to Grubhub, and I didn't get anything because they didn't have what I wanted. So I ate leftovers. That's what I did last night. I did not make any fresh bread or anything like that. But the panic in our eyes, we both looked at each other like, what do we do now? Grilled cheese? Like, what are we doing?
Fend for yourselves.
Fend for ourselves. So,
what are we supposed to like get in our car and go pick up food?
Yeah,
like crazy people.
It was like 48 degrees. I'm like, I'm not going anywhere. So the other thing that happened to me yesterday, if you listened to the program yesterday morning, you heard about the vacuum cleaner debacle. And after 45 minutes of hem hawing around it, I did realize I made a tremendous mistake, and I ordered a turd vacuum cleaner. And
you did,
and I got it's a turd. And I found
everyone makes those mistakes.
I make them more than most.
You were so incredibly proud of your purchase. I was so proud of it.
Quick summary: you Googled a review website that looked authentic.
It looked very authentic.
It was not authentic. Yep. You fell for the trap of they put the sponsored, the crappy vacuum at the top.
Put it this way: it would be like Steve Woods writes radio show reviews, and it's Ben and Woods at the top with an A+, and then it's so and so behind, like. Of course, that's what I'm going to say. This is directly from their company. I didn't get duped. I'm just an idiot. And I fell for it. I bought it, and it arrived. And then Hannah and I got in an argument about it because she didn't want it. She never heard of it. She wanted the Dyson. And I said, but this one's better than the Dyson. I go, I need you to take this, accept it. Because you always hate my gifts.
Consumer expert reports.
Correct.
I will say quickly, I'm a bit of a sheep when it comes to things like that.
Me too, man.
Products like that. Brand names, man. Like, you know what you're getting.
It's so true.
Like, I side with her on that.
I know.
Even if the reviews, even if it was authentic,
and
it was a great vacuum, I would believe you, but I'd still be like,
I
know what I'm getting with the Dyson.
But
or the
she
Shark.
never said Dyson. That's the thing, is she never said, I want a Dyson.
It's implied.
Had she said, is it?
It's a Dyson. What?
Had she said, I basically bought the LabCorp of vacuum cleaners is what I did. And I get this turd sent to my house. And I sat down at the desk and I go, all right, man, time to eat some crow. So I sniff around, I find the order, get the order number, and I go to the website. And, if you I returned a KitchenAid last year. Mm-hmm. They make it moronically. That's something else that she wanted, and I bought her, and she goes, I don't need it. So I had to return it.
She could have had bread, making bread this whole time.
So I return. You go to the KitchenAid website, and it says, need to make a return? Click it. Here's a label. Ship it on back to us. Oh, no. Not Snap By, my friend, which is where I bought this. Check this out.
That name didn't just raise 100 million alarm bells. Snap By didn't just go.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's called Snap By.
Snap By US. So I go to the computer, I sit down, and I'm now tiniest little print, customer service at the very bottom. So click on it, and it says essentially, you have a 14-day window. No problem. Got it in for that. And they said it needs to be sent back in its original packaging. No problem. No problem. You need to email us if you want to return. I said, okay. So yesterday at 11:52. No, that's not right. It says 11:52 p.m.
Snap By.
Yeah, Snap By. Hi there. This is what I said.
We're not Best Buy. We're Buy Best.
Yeah, Buy Best. I said, hi there. I need to return the vacuum cleaner that I purchased. And I gave the order number. Please advise. Immediately get an email back. So I'm like, oh, okay. It says, Dear Stephen, we are very sorry to hear that you are not satisfied with our products. Regardless of your return option, we're making the following alternative offer with interesting advantages for you today. Hang on.
It's Monty Hall's Let's Make a Deal. Would you like to return this, or would you like what's behind door number 1?
It's getting better. It gets better.
We could give you a refund or this mystery box.
Watch this.
And it could be the money that you spent. It could be something else.
Listen to this. You can keep the goods and have no hassle with a return shipment. You'll receive a cashback discount of 20% on the gross sales price, direct credit to the payment method you used. A win-win option for you and the environment. If you like the offer, please reply to the message with cashback.
What is your life?
Translate.
What does this mean?
We don't want our cheap merchandise back.
You're not giving me the money.
No good.
No, what does this mean? What does this mean? We will notify you as soon as the credit note and registration of the extra guarantee have been completed.
I'll tell you what it means. You're not getting jackass.
So I write back immediately. I write back, no, thank you. I just want to return the merchandise and get my money back. Thanks. No response. Then I write back again. What are the next steps to return ASAP? No response. Nothing. I've got nothing.
All right, you got scammed. You might have gotten scammed.
You have to go to Snap by headquarters in
I think it's
Beijing,
Bangladesh.
It's in Bangladesh.
Return it in person.
If I were like
just banging on the door, hey out.
If I were like an investigative reporter, here's what I would do. I would take this evidence, I'd go sit at Adam's desk. I'd go, look, I found it's like the chair company. If you've watched the chair company, I go sit at Adam's desk and go, look, I need you and the company to fly me to Bangladesh as I carry this vacuum back and I get my money back. And we'll do a whole story on it. And I'd have to get Adam to approve my travel to Bangladesh to knock on this door. So I'm hoping to
Hey,
fine.
that's a lot of international travel.
So I don't know what to do. So I'm waiting.
You're unbelievable.
I'm waiting for them to respond, and then hopefully I can get it back. If not, I spent a couple $100. I got an extra stick vacuum cleaner. I'll bring it up here. We can use it in the studio. I don't know what to do with it. I'll bring it to the Christmas and holiday show. I'll give it away to a tier 1. It was really something. Right. Somebody said my internet, B said my internet access should be limited on a daily basis.
Oh, yeah, I would support
There's the
that.
parental controls.
Hannah, if you need any help setting that up.
The wife controls to keep the husband off certain websites.
And by certain websites, we mean
Snap by, Instagram,
Temu.
Remember when I got Temu'd this year?
Yeah, you're like, guys, I spun the wheel.
Yeah.
You'll never believe this.
Remember my Temu packages? Was that this year or
last Christmas?
Last Christmas. Right around now.
Pulling out everything from your Temu box.
No. My 700 Temu boxes within the one big box. I'm like, what is this? Foot powder. Oh, my God. This is crazy.
Holy crap.
Yeah. Never a dull moment.
I thought about your vacuum saga yesterday. You never told us how much you actually spent on it. You don't have to say it on
I'll
the
say
air.
it. I don't care.
I just wanted to know. $500 more or less?
Less.
Well, that's probably your first problem, but go on.
It was like, I think it was all in. I got bought the extra filters because you get a couple. It was like all in, shipping and everything was like $270.
Okay.
So if I take a $270 bath and have a good bid out of it, I'll spend $270 on a bid.
You can write it off. This is work.
Yeah, it's work. This is work.
Show content.
And I mean, honestly, like, but now the problem is I got to go buy that Dyson, which is about $500. Right. So it's like, cool, man. I spent $780 on a stick vacuum.
I figured the Dyson was around $5, so I was like, let's start there, more or less.
And I swear, you guys know me. I wasn't cheaping out.
Your heart was in the right place.
I wasn't cheaping. You know me. I'm not a cheap person. I'm not looking for a deal. I literally wanted the best rated one that would make her so happy. And she never said Dyson. So I bought the X7 from Snapbuy, and it was a huge mistake.
There really is a terrific vacuum store right next to my house, and he'll guide you through everything.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Right next to the liquor store.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Good. All right.
Shall we get going here today? That was quite the first half hour,
that
everybody.
Was fantastic,
we will get back with you in just a couple of minutes and let you know what's going to come up on the program today. Controversy in college football. We had some more MLB moves. Got to see a couple of Padres representatives, and why don't I just let the cat out of the bag? Coming up at 8:35 this morning. Joe Musgrove going to check in during the offseason, during the Padres holiday giving tour, and give us an update on what's going on in his rehab and as he tries to return to the starting rotation next season.
I'm going to ask him about some of the other folks in that starting rotation or potential starting rotation guys.
It's all coming up.
You know who I'm talking about.
On a Wednesday morning with Ben Woods and Paul on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Again, we got No Joe coming up this morning at 8:35. Joe Musgrove will be with us on our David P. Shapiro fan hotline. David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys, helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. And we are working our way towards Monday morning when the winter meetings will be underway. Our Sam Levitt will be on the way to Orlando. He will be there Sunday through Wednesday. He will appear with us every single morning, giving us updates. And with the time change, We should have some good info and, some good segments with Sammy next week on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday with anything that's going on. Do you expect any big moves from the Padres at the winter meetings next week?
I don't. I expect some moves in a lot of moves in baseball. There's already been, and I know we bitch about this every year, but feels like there's been more activity this year earlier than usual. Is that recency bias, or is that actually sound?
I think
Dylan Cease was a big one.
That was a big one.
Probably right. A little
Devin
busier
Williams
at the start of this offseason than maybe the last couple of years.
Devin Williams, Ryan Helsley, Alek Manoah, whatever, signed yesterday with the Angels. But the one that made me laugh yesterday was we were calling him Cody Ponce like 3 weeks ago because, well, we'd never heard of him. He was a former big leaguer with who did he start with? The Orioles, maybe? I just made that up. But he went to Korea,
right?
Pitched in the KBO and he's with the Pirates. Looked pretty good in
Here's the MVP of that league.
Yeah, in the KBO. So
but of course Kyle Hart was the Cy Young Award winner of that league and didn't totally translate into
the first thing I thought.
Dominance on the Major League Baseball level this past season.
Correct.
Because I read that and I went, oh damn.
Yeah.
And then I remembered him.
So we were on the air 3 weeks ago. Like, who's this? That said the Padres were in on Cody Ponce from the KBO. We said that feels like the aisle we will be shopping in this offseason.
I remember that conversation.
And that was before we heard that the team was going to be sold. So that was a pre Padres are selling conversation. His name is Cody Ponce. Ponce
de Leon.
Correct. And he was signed yesterday by the Toronto Blue Jays for $30 million
3 years,
for
30
3
million.
years. And
largest contract ever from someone who went to Korea and then came back.
So I tweeted 3 weeks ago, who the F is Cody Ponce? And then yesterday, why the F didn't we go get Cody Ponce?
Because the Blue Jays got him. Now you wanted him.
Of course.
If the Padres had signed him, you'd go, why don't we get this guy?
But the Blue Jays, this guy $10 million a year.
The Blue Jays signed him, and you go, how did we let this guy get away?
For 10.
You always want what you can't have.
$10 million a year for Cody Ponce. And he looks like a pitcher. I mean, he looks like a stud. I think he throws harder than Hart. Kyle Hart was kind of a soft tossing lefty. And so I don't know. It was like, all right, this makes sense. They are really, really trying to stack their rotation. Right
AJ Cassavell wrote a little bit about the upcoming winter meetings from a Padres perspective yesterday. And he said, and I kind of agree with this, not expecting a giant blockbuster, along the lines of a Xander Bogaerts signing or a Juan Soto trade. But
they're going to have
he thinks there'll be something more than last year. Last year was very quiet early in the offseason for the Padres. They didn't make their biggest signing until right before spring training when they added Nick Pivetta. I don't think, and AJ seems to agree, they can't afford to wait that long. They have too big of a need in pitching. They can't let all the pitching get off the market without at least doing something. It may not be a giant move, but expect the Padres probably to do something next week in or around the winter meetings or closely following there, setting the stage for some sort of free agent signing or maybe even a trade. Not a blockbuster necessarily, but something to add starting pitching depth to the organization in the next week or so.
I did have to laugh because one of the teams that we know very well and we have traded with quite a bit is the Kansas City Royals. And I did see a piece come out yesterday from the Royals president expresses openness to trading a starter for an outfielder. And going, oh my God, we just traded these guys.
Cole Reagans is the name that I've heard a lot, right?
I mean, Cole Reagans on the move would be insane. That would be an insane deal. But I think they look at him and they go, didn't they sign him? I thought they had signed him to a longer term extension. Here we go. Most logical candidate. There's issues. There would be a sell low move for the Royals, fourth in the American League Cy Young in 24. Last year, 13 starts with his ERA jumping to 4.67. Still controllable for another 3 years. Very little money, actually.
Seems like an AJ move.
And I would take Cole Reagans and his talent any day. But I don't think we have the trade capital to go get a Cole Reagans.
Well, you wouldn't have after his 2024 season.
Yeah,
Is it possible after the 2025 season?
Lefty, 3 years of control, no chance that, it's not going to be a Campusano for Reagan straight up deal.
But if you throw in some bullpen depth, which the Padres do have, and, Kansas City likes a prospect or two.
The names that they are asking right now, like the Red Sox, they said would be an ideal trade partner. They're talking Rafaela, Roman Anthony, Wilyer Abreu, Yoshida. They have a glut of outfielders. There's a couple of other teams that are really set in the outfield. I want to say, who just added like a bunch of outfielders? I can't remember. It's not the Giants. There was another team that has like maybe the Orioles. They have like 6 outfielders. I just don't think we have the prospect capital anymore. And it's just interesting because, well, we traded them 2 controllable starting pitchers last year for Freddie Fermin. Freddie Fermin he really needs to be great this year. Not good and serviceable. Like, he needs to be good. And I don't know that that's going to be in the cards. That move didn't make sense. You kind of celebrate it because we were so the need for a catcher was so dire, but I think that was an overpay right there. So if you can go and deal with the Royals again and maybe try to get one of their starters, yeah, fine. But I think that's kind of where we're shopping this year.
Are the Toronto Blue Jays now a potential trade partner with Ponce added? They have like 6 legit starting pitchers already in their rotation.
But you need that.
Well, no, I mean, and then they have, I think, some depth beyond that you could maybe look at and see if there's a way to, acquire someone that is not as big of a name as someone that they're counting on. But that seems like an organization that's pretty set now, pitching wise. You might be able to talk to Toronto about something.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's probably a lot of teams out there, but again, young, controllable starting pitching that's effective. Do you have the prospect capital to go get that? I'm not sure. I think we're going to be it's going to be a bit of a tough stretch. I think to start the season would be my guess. What we open the season with our rotation, it's going to be maybe guys that are already there, the Matt Waldrons of the world, and JP Sears is your 4, and Vasquez is your 3, and Joe's your 2, and Pavetta is your 1. Hey man, I've seen worse. I've seen a lot better, but I've seen worse than that. There's a lot of question marks and really very little depth.
All right, we had the final before the final college football playoff standings released with a bit of an interesting flip-flop at the back end that affects Woods' Notre Dame Fighting Irish.
Yeah, we're toast.
Well, not necessarily.
No, we're done. It's fine.
But we will talk about that right after a quick check of traffic on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center, protecting San Diego after accidents or injury, here's Kelly Danick.
So far, folks are doing a pretty good job of staying out of trouble on our roads. No incidents, no accidents, no surprises. That last one, meaning, of course, we're still going to start seeing some of the usual slowing in the usual spots. Yeah, we're looking at you, westbound 52, heading out of Santee. I'm Kelly Danick with Ben and Wood, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Now, normally I'd go, Woods, conspiracy theory, everyone's out to get your Notre Dame Fighting Irish. This one is a head scratcher. When they announced the new college football playoff rankings yesterday, mysteriously, Alabama and Notre Dame flip-flopped from 10 and 9 to 9 and 10, even though Alabama was coming off a fairly unimpressive. It was a road win over a rival in Auburn, but a team with a losing record,
5-7,
a team that lost all of their home SEC games this season, and they needed to pull it out of the fire at the end. If anything, you thought that might hurt Alabama, but instead they moved up to number 9, and Notre Dame fell to number 10. Now, you're probably thinking, well, there's 12 teams in the playoff. Why does it matter who's 9 and who's 10? They're both in, right? Not necessarily, because the top 5 conference champions are all automatically in, including the best group of 5 champion, and potentially the ACC champion is going to be Virginia or Duke, who is, ranked lower. And you also, when you go down, you could end up, if BYU, who is behind Notre Dame and Alabama, wins the Big 12 championship, you could have 3 teams, 10, 11, and 12 all automatically in, bumping whoever is in that number 10 spot when they do the final rankings this Sunday.
Yeah, it's interesting. I saw this tweet last night, and stick with me for a minute. So the last 4 games is Alabama just jumped above my beloved Fighting Irish. And again, I know the Notre Dame bias, whatever. It's fine. If they don't make it, I'm not going to soil myself. They had 2 early losses by a total of 4 points. They've won 10 in a row. They are decimating every opponent in front of them. Granted, not the world's greatest opponents, but still, there's a ranked win in there. So the last 4 FBS opponents, Notre Dame beat Navy, who was ranked, by 39. They beat number 22 Pitt by 22. They beat Syracuse by 63. They beat Stanford by 28. Alabama beat 4-8 South Carolina by 7. They beat 7-5 LSU by 11. They lost to OU at home. They beat 5-7 Auburn by 7. They jumped a spot. That doesn't make any sense. Now, the reason they did it is because Alabama is a massive brand in college football. They can go out and lose the SEC championship game and only drop a spot and still be in the playoffs, which I think is absurd. They'll have 3 losses at that point. And if they win, I guess they're
if they
in,
win,
right?
they're automatically in. They're
Auto
a group of 5 champion auto bid.
Yep.
If they lose, and this is it because they've already beaten Georgia, so this is a rematch.
They have a huge win.
It's almost, I mean, if they win, they're in, but they were already in.
They were already in
if they didn't play. If for whatever reason, like they didn't win the tiebreaker, they weren't in that game, they're probably in the playoff today.
Yeah.
But now they play and they lose, and now you're only 1-1 against Georgia. You can actually get knocked out of the playoff by reaching your conference championship game in the SEC. I doubt the committee is going to want to penalize them for reaching their conference championship game and reward a team that didn't get to a conference championship game, or Woods doesn't even have a conference or conference championship game to play in. So they made the decision without really any explanation. If we're going to do that, let's do it this week.
Yeah.
Rather than next week how can we have Alabama lose to Georgia, but then pass Notre Dame after a loss? They do it now. They kind of cover their butts when they want to put Alabama into the playoff next week. That's what I see.
And I think they'll be there. And the thing is I think Miami is a very deserving team, even though they lost to 2 unranked opponents. I think the way that they're playing football, they're an exciting team with another formerly huge brand. I would love to see them in the playoffs. I would obviously love to see the Irish in the playoffs. They're playing well. They got a Heisman Trophy candidate. They got a top 5 quarterback in the country. Like, they can go out and win. They proved it last year. They can go out. They do belong. They, back in the day when they're getting boat raced by the greatest football team of all time, Nick Saban's Alabama Crimson Tide. It's a different era. I think they deserve to be in. But if they're not, I'm not going to ask my pants about it.
Texas has a case as a 3-loss team with one of those losses being a close loss at Ohio State to start the season, but they're not getting in. Vanderbilt from the SEC, 10-2, phenomenal season. They're 14th. They're not getting in. They have a case as well. And then everyone beyond, Utah, USC, they have no chance. Virginia can play their way in at number 17, but, that obviously knocks out one of the top 12 that is probably more deserving. Do you want to take away those automatic bids to the conference championships? It's the only path for the group of 5.
Right.
And I think you want to reward teams that win their conferences with a spot in that playoff.
But the national champion last year didn't even play in its conference championship. You know what I mean? So the conference championships are great. And I know the knock against the Irish is they're not in a conference. Do you know, as a Notre Dame fan today, that I would murder someone to be able to play for a conference championship to make sure that I guaranteed my way in? The way
you feel good about that game.
Yeah, 10 games in a row. They're decimating teams. The defense is healthy. The offense is healthy.
Notre Dame is in the ACC in every other sport.
Well, they're contracted to play 5 games in the ACC.
Play. Wouldn't the ACC go, God, I'd rather have Notre Dame playing Virginia than Duke playing Virginia?
Yeah, 100%.
But Notre Dame won't do it. They won't. They refuse to join the conference.
Why? Because they
as
don't,
a football member.
They don't have to do it. They don't need that revenue sharing. So,
but do they need that automatic berth to the playoff?
And again, I think if they go out and handle
this is what you're giving up.
Yeah, this is what you're giving up.
You have control of your schedule. You have control of your media deal. You make a ton of money, but you're giving up your automatic berth in the playoff, and it could come back to bite Notre Dame this year.
Well, again, if they had handled business against one of those 2 teams, they'd be in, no question.
No question.
Deservingly so. But if they don't get in, they don't get in.
All right, we'll come back. Hour number 2. Don't do this. We may spin the topic wheel a little early today. Seems like a fun Wednesday. We're already off to a fun start. And, of course, Joe Musgrove coming up at 8:35 this morning. 1 hour in the books. Ben and Woods continuing next on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. Producer Paul had one of those agonizing bad beats yesterday that makes you want to give up sports gambling for at least a little while. Tell you what happened in just a second. First, a reminder, listen at 9 a.m. this morning for us to announce today's biggest fan for a chance to qualify for a night in our Odyssey Suite at a future Padres game with all of the fan staff, catered by Spiro's Mediterranean Cuisine. Register your name at 97.3thefan, sd.com/biggest fan in order to potentially have your name called. Now, this is, Paulie didn't have the mortgage or anything on the line. Just a casual Tuesday night, 3-team parlay?
There's a ton of basketball on.
It was ACC, SEC Challenge, a lot of good college hoops on last night. And, Paul, you had already won the first two legs of Little Parlay, and you had one game left.
Ooh.
It was our very own UC San Diego Tritons.
Okay.
7-0, going on the road, though, to play the Nevada Wolfpack in Reno. And it was a close game. Paulie, you got the Tritons at
5.5.
plus 5.5.
Okay.
So 5.5-point underdogs on the road. Paulie actually said they offered me a chance to, just take a small win, or do I let it ride? And I said, tough. I haven't really
know what you're doing.
I haven't gotten to see UCSD play a lot, but I'd imagine they're probably due for a loss. And ... altitude, playing in the thin air. Reno plays at altitude, just like most of the Mountain West teams.
Okay.
So I said, I think they can keep it close. 5.5 seems like a pretty good number, but I would just worry about just the end of the game getting out of control. So halftime, they're down 8, and Paulie might be in trouble. UCSD goes on a nice second half run, take the lead briefly. It's back and forth down the stretch.
Which is great when you got 6 points.
You got 6 points, 5.5 to play with.
You're
feeling pretty good. Comes down to the last minute. UCSD hits a 3. They're down 2 points. It is 70-68.
You're good.
With 40 seconds left.
Yeah, you're good.
Nothing happens for the next.
in the bag.
Oh yeah.
Nothing happens for the next turnover. They have a chance to tie it or take the lead. Finally, with 16 seconds, Nevada gets the ball back. You foul. They hit 2 free throws, so now you're down 4 with 16 seconds left.
Still got a point and a half.
Here's the worst part.
You're still in the clear, though.
The minute before those free throws, like the minute of play, Nevada was fouled probably 4 times. And out of those 8 free throws, I think they made 2.
Yeah.
They couldn't hit a free throw to save their life.
So they're not making their free throws.
They were just helping me out. I'm like, this is great.
UCSD gets the ball back down 4.
And then they found the one guy that could make free throws.
They make a quick layup. So now it's back to 2 with 10 seconds left.
That's money in the bank.
You've got 5.5. Of course.
They're not hitting a 3.5-point shot here, a 4-point shot.
Of course, you know what happens next. They've got to instantly foul because they're down 4. So they do. Camper of Nevada hits both free throws, but it's still 74-70.
Okay.
And UCSD's got the ball, and there's less than 10 seconds left. So they go down 3 seconds. They lift
at worst. They miss, and
they lift a
3 points.
3-point shot up. If they make it, they're within 1. Bounces off the rim. 1 second left. They go rebound, foul with 1 second left. Down 4.
Nevada got fouled.
1 second left. Camper hits free throw. Final score, 76-70. Nevada covers by half a point. Parlay.
Oh, my God.
Down the 2.
Don't
bet on sports, kids.
Time.
Don't bet on sports. Ouch. 1 second, 2 free throws.
Oh, that's a bad feeling. I don't miss it.
Yeah.
Not even a little.
First loss of the season for the Tritons. Still off to a terrific start. Much better start, obviously, than our other big-time team in town, the San Diego State Aztecs, who play tonight against Utah Valley at Viejas Arena at 7 o'clock. Brian Dutcher, in comments to the UT, saying they are in full urgency mode. This is not, you cannot keep losing games, especially at home. And by the way, Utah Valley, sneaky good team. This is a team that is in the top 100 in the net rankings. But if you lose at home to Utah Valley, you know what everyone's going to see? You lost at home to Utah Valley.
Right.
It's going to be another anchor on your resume. And you already have the Troy anchor. They've gone on after their great week to lose every single game.
Oh, my God.
And they lost to West Georgia at home in their last game. Troy, that loss is going to sink San Diego State, as we predicted it would, even though they played great in that game, Troy did, and played great against USC the next game. They've fallen off the map again. That's going to hurt. You cannot afford any more bad losses.
What's the line here?
This is a must-win game tonight for San Diego State. The line for tonight's game, even though Utah Valley is quite a bit ahead of the Aztecs in the net rankings, Aztecs are favored by 9.5 in the game today.
Got to figure it out, man. Starts tonight. What time's the game?
7 o'clock. Okay. You've got to, first of all, figure out what happened to the defense. You have not played Aztecs defense. Your defense in the last couple of weeks is ranked about 280th or something in the country. I mean, that's insane. San Diego State's usually a top 15 defense in the country. And now they're closing in on more like bottom 15 defense in the country.
That is.
Opponents used to score like 54 points against the Aztecs. And now it's like,
yeah, it's weird
in the 80s.
But the Aztecs are like, they're throwing up 80 points.
Yeah, no, exactly.
It's just this, they can't find that happy medium of elite defense and very productive offense. They're finding productive offense. The defense isn't stopping anymore.
And Dutch sounds a little, I don't want to say he's shaken because he's a steady guy, but he's kind of thinking to myself, do I need to change the kind of defense we're playing?
Right.
Like they started practicing this week, according to Mark Ziegler, alternative defenses, which I would imagine means things like zones that you never see San Diego State. They're bread and butter for years. I mean, decades now. Man-to-man defense. You never see them go away from what they do. You know, there's the switching of the ball screens, going above the ball screens. They are the best really in the country at doing that. And they're not doing it effectively. And Dutch is going, so do I keep working and making sure that they play Aztecs defense the right way? Or do I need to come up with a different defense that these guys can play? And why aren't they playing the defense the way that we know they should be capable of playing it?
Anytime you can have the opportunity to revamp your entire defense right in the very beginning of a season, Ben, I think you have to take it. That's obviously sarcastic, right? I think that you don't panic. And what would Mikey Varas do?
He'd continue to play their style.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
But is it also
it's always worked. It's just not working, but it's always worked. So you know how to coach defense. It's just not working right now.
This ain't year 2 for Dutcher, and he's still figuring things out. He knows what he's doing.
You think with the returnees and the athletes they have, it would be ideal. We thought it was an ideal situation for San Diego State coming into this season. Experienced players who've been in the system. The defensive player of the year in Magoon Guath. Yes, he's coming off the injury and probably shaking off a little bit of rust, but you have everything in place for an elite defense and an improved offense. That's why we predicted San Diego State would be a top 25 team, a shoo-in for the NCAA tournament. Joe Lunardi, new bracketology yesterday. Aztecs nowhere to be seen. Not first 4 in, not first 4 out, not next 4 out.
Should they be?
Nowhere to be seen in the bracketology. Now, there's time to change that. And the net rankings, there's time to change that. It's early. There's a lot of variance at this point. But you need to put together steady wins. Win after win after win. Stack them up. Can't count on beating Arizona. They're one of the top teams in the country. You're going to play them later this month in Phoenix. But every other game, you got to start stacking some wins up, or you're not going to be in the conversation unless you win the Mountain West tournament at the end of the season in March.
Starts tonight.
And that's a dicey proposition to win 3 games.
It's kind of how
in
it's
3
already
days.
looking a little bit.
It's kind of
the conference doesn't look like it's going to be great.
No, it's probably a 2-bid league at most.
Yeah.
You hope it's a 2-bid league. That gives one team at least the option of making it if they don't win the the tournament. But if it's a 1-bid league, doesn't even matter what any team does from now until March. If you're a 1-bid league, you know who the 1-bid is. It's the team that wins the tournament.
Yeah.
And there's a chance that that's what the Mountain West is this season.
Look, glass half full guy would say hopefully this team can figure it out. Because I think just by watching the Aztecs, the biggest issue just seems like it's just they haven't gelled. You got a rotation of 10, 11 guys. Most basketball teams are like 7 deep.
Yeah.
Maybe 8. And then, the scrubs that come in at the end of the game.
You know what Dutch did it at film session this week?
I saw that.
He didn't put his own team's film on. He didn't put the opponent on. He put the national champion team, the one that got to the national championship game, and showed these guys, like, you played with some of these guys.
Yeah.
See how they do this? See how unselfish and defensively, how they communicate and do it. And they were like, Yeah, I mean, look at how great those guys are. It's like, yeah, this is what we do.
I like that.
This is what you need to be doing, on our team. And it's the biggest stunner, I think, in San Diego sports this year.
It absolutely is. I mean, the Padres felt, all right, like I was stunned they won 90. So that was a stunner for sure.
Not a giant stunner, though. If you told us at the beginning of the year Padres were going to make the playoffs but lose in the first round.
Yeah. But I
would have been shocked.
The 90-win regular season, I would have been like, oh,
it's good.
Okay, cool.
It's
good.
Good. Yeah. But, I mean, we're talking, was it 86 or was it 90?
SDFC was the biggest stunner in San Diego.
That was a big stunner.
By far.
That's true.
But I did not think we would be at a point in early December. We're like, oh, cool. The Aztecs have lost 3 of 4, by the way. I didn't think we'd be at that point.
Yeah.
So yeah, they need to turn it around and march towards the Mountain West Championship.
The Troy one is what kills you.
Yeah,
because when you schedule
great
the Vegas games, you schedule that Vegas tournament, you're playing good teams.
Yeah.
There's no shame in losing some of those games, especially J-Dubs in the chat. He's like, Michigan made San Diego State look like a high school team. Yeah, you're not wrong.
They made Gonzaga
They're
look
making
like a high school
everybody
team.
like they're the number 1 team in the country.
Yep.
Like I don't feel bad about that.
It's a good point. If somehow SDSU wins the Troy game and they're sitting here at 4-2, the loss to Michigan is not bad at all. Nope. They're the number 1 net team. They're number 3 in the AP poll.
The loss
yes,
to Baylor,
it was big, but
Oregon.
The win over Oregon would be a nice little, okay, that's a good check mark, win over a Big Ten team. And you'd probably feel Baylor would have been a nice get, but it's not going to kill you. They're going to probably end up as a tournament team at the end of the year. It's a neutral court loss. It's probably a quad 1 loss at the end of the year. That's not going to hurt you. You'd have 2 quad 1 losses, and you would have won every other game. It's the Troy loss that continues to be the albatross around the necks of the Aztecs. We're going to keep saying it. It's going to be February and March, and we're going to say the same thing. Yeah, they've been playing well, but the Troy loss. But
and Troy just
loss.
going on and being terrible, too, does not help at all.
No, it does not.
Not that we thought it would. They're a fun team to watch, and I guess they've packed it in already as well. So very cool.
I mean, Neil says, I call BS on the Aztecs. Problem is having too many good players. If that were the case, they'd be beating teams by 40 points. I respectfully disagree. That's just not how it works. The 2023 Padres lineup was stacked. They didn't even make the playoffs. Stacked.
The Josh Hader,
Sometimes
Juan Soto.
It just doesn't work. Guys don't gel together. I mean, basketball, it's like a ballet on the court, man.
Yeah.
You got to know where your guys are going to be. And if you haven't played together, that can be a problem sometimes.
Sometimes it's a cliche.
Now, they could figure it out in conference play and get on a run and get hot. The problem is in college basketball, in a conference like the Mountain West, you don't have a whole lot of time. One bad loss can really ruin your season.
A team is more than the sum of its parts.
Right.
It always is. And usually that's an advantage to San Diego State. They have had many teams under Dutch and Fisher that were more than the sum of just the talent. There were way more talented teams around the country, and the Aztecs always got more out of their talent. This year, they got a lot of talent, but it's less than the sum of its parts at this moment. We'll see if they start turning it around tonight against Utah Valley. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, it's Don't Do This, and one of us is going to go on a golf rant, and guess what? It's not me. It's not me.
It's time.
Plus a shocking move in the NBA last night, and why Chicagoans are lined up down the block today. For wieners.
Yeah.
And do this. All coming up next after a check of traffic with Men of Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Quickly, gang, let me tell you about my beautiful, beautiful friends over at QC Kinetics. Was at the gym yesterday and still lifting weights, heavier than I've ever lifted in my entire life. And the thought of being able to do that 3 years ago, 4 years ago, whenever it was, when my wrists, I don't know, shut down on me and I had no idea what was going on. I couldn't swing even a T-ball bat, couldn't pick up my kids, couldn't play the guitar. These are things I love to do. All those things are not, they're minor hobbies of mine. No, these are my passions in life. And I was not able to do any of them. Went to QC Kinetics, got my wrists worked on, got the treatments, and back doing things not even as good, way, way better than I ever have before. So pain has a way of stealing the moments in your life that matter most. So during the holidays, like, think about it, man. You're on the go. You're moving around. It's not just your knees, hip, back, or shoulder. It's time with family and friends. That all could change when your body remembers how to heal. Just needs a little help finding the way back. It's exactly what happened with me at QC Kinetics. So time to take the first step to be able to get to walk and hike and bike and golf, do all the things you love to do. Make your appointment today and get started with QC Kinetics. Healing is within reach. Schedule your free consultation today. Now's a great time to use your HSA and FSA for treatments. Call 619-614-PAIN, 619-614-PAIN. They got 2 locations, one in Torrey Hills, one in Hillcrest. Give them a call today. Get that free consultation, 619-614-PAIN.
Hey player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Don't forget Joe Musgrove coming up in just over an hour at 8:35. Looking forward to that. First, though, it is time for Don't Do This. It is brought to you by Trust and Will.
Don't
leave your entire estate, house, kids, and life savings up to chance if and when you die.
No.
Set up a Trust or Will online at trustandwill.com.
Yes.
There's a lot more affordable than you think. Visit trustandwill.com for more info. And I'll be honest, this is a late-breaking story last night, and I don't even know exactly the explanation yet, but we'll just throw it into the Don't Do This bucket because it was stunning when the LA Clippers announced that Chris Paul is just no longer on the team. Just not on the team anymore.
He put on Instagram like they're sending me home.
Sending me home.
It was the language that was used. They didn't say release.
Yeah, well,
cut.
because they didn't release him. They can't release him. Salary cap reasons. They can't cut him. They can't trade him, at least until December 15th. They just announced, and this is Lawrence Frank, president of basketball operations, after Chris Paul made it public on social media. We are parting ways with Chris. He will no longer be with the team. We will work with him on the next step of his career. Chris is a legendary Clipper who has had an historic career. I want to make one thing very clear. No one is blaming Chris for our underperformance. And are they underperforming? I mean, they were picked to be a top 5 team in the West. They are a bottom 5 team in the entire league. I accept responsibility for the record we have right now. There are a lot of reasons why we've struggled. We're grateful for the impact Chris has made on the franchise. So why are you just sending him home? I mean, if it's not his fault you're losing and you're grateful for his help and contributions, no, I don't get it. I mean, he's only making $3.6 million.
He's not like a cancerous type
I don't
player.
know.
I
don't. I mean, I
he's
got to
be a top 3 face of that franchise's history.
And the
he's
whole
40 now. He's way past his prime.
But they signed him as like, hey, one more go around, and
he announced his retirement a month ago.
Right.
This was his last year.
Okay.
And it just seems weird. Again, they can do whatever they want. They can move him, do what when the league allows for it.
Right.
Why can't they trade him right now?
But they're sending me home.
It's out because it accelerates all the money, so they can't trade him until I don't know why they can't trade him until December 15th.
I read something like it was like until the prorated remainder on his contract would fit with their salary cap issues. I don't know.
NBA salary cap is beyond Ben's planning. Even I can't understand.
I guess if you're the Clippers, wouldn't you try to save any part of this season at all and like milk the Chris Paul retirement train?
That's another.
You're not
option.
making the play. You're done. Your season's over. You're terrible this year. That's kind of all you have left. But to just send a face of your franchise home like that was weird.
Can't you just put him on the bench if you don't want to play him?
Fake an injury,
something.
You look bad for being like, yeah, this is going so bad. We just want you to stay home with your family.
There's a deeper story.
There's something
here.
there, yeah.
Somewhere.
Yeah.
I trust that Shams, someone's going to uncover what the deeper story is. That won't stay hidden for very long, but it's a mystery. And at this point, it's a DDT mystery in the NBA.
Well, there was a point in my life where I loathed golf. And most of the reason that I loathed golf was because of the golfers. And, obviously enjoyed watching some of the greats growing up, et cetera, et cetera. But I found that they like to complain about a lot of stuff and make a lot of excuses. I know that when I was playing golf pretty regularly, I would also like to make excuses. Club slipped out. My grips are worn, whatever. But Justin Thomas, who, again, I get in arguments with friends about JT all the time. I have many friends that absolutely think he is just the greatest. They adore him. I've never liked him. For whatever reason, he's always rubbed me the wrong way. And this rubbed me the wrong way as well. Talking about the loss at the Ryder Cup, Justin Thomas went on a podcast and said, quote, I don't know why the greens weren't at all what Keegan had asked for. I mean, he'd been pretty clear, asking for a certain speed and wanting it fast enough. I watched them argue with us that they were 13s on the stimp meter. Thomas said, it's like, guys, we play golf every week. Like, look at the TV, how many guys are leaving putt short. You can't have a putt roll 3 feet, 4 feet past the hole. These greens are slow, speed them up. It was just bizarre because that's not something you would expect at a home Ryder Cup. A fun advantage you generally have is being able to do a little bit. It was frustrating. We were being fought with and argued about the speed of the greens that we asked for. So that was bizarre. So, again, you got your ass handed to you by the Euros. I mean, you really, really did. You got your ass handed to you. They didn't have any problem with the greens. They all were playing on the same field. I thought it kind of reeked of poor sportsmanship, sour grapes, right? The cool part for me, though, was when the person that worked at Bethpage Black came out and talked about these comments. So they can argue with numbers all they want. These are concrete, collected numbers that cannot be argued with. Data is data. It's not an opinion. They weren't eyeballing the greens going, yeah, it looks like it about a 13. There's an actual measuring tool.
It's called a stimp meter.
Yeah,
it's really just a
it's like a
ramp.
A ramp.
And they find a flat part of the green.
Whoop.
They put the ball at the top of the ramp, and it rolls down the ramp. And then how far it rolls, like if it rolls 13 feet,
it's a 13.
Then the stimp is a 13.
Right. He says data is data, not an opinion. Player perception is an opinion. There was zero conversation between captains and the grounds crew during tournament week. That is at the fault of Keegan. We would have welcomed him with open arms any day or time. We were there 24/7 and only spoke with him directly once weeks before the event. If there was ever a problem, should have come from him in practice rounds that they failed to play when they would have realized they didn't like the speed. They still lost. They still can't accept it. 2 months later, the excuses keep rolling. The grounds crew wanted to win more than any player on that American team. Quite frankly, it meant more to the Bethpage staff in the state of New York than anyone else. Learn to practice and compete as a team, or JT will continue to scrap together excuses in 2026. Holy crap. Nightmare. I loved the clapback, though, and I think it was well-deserved. I love when golf gets spicy.
Well, JT's original premise, I mean, the European team plays all the same courses on the same tours.
Yeah.
So you can't really necessarily, the green speed is not going to make a big difference. They, like you said, they're playing on the same greens. If you think they're a little slow, you adjust and you hit the ball a little harder. You're professional golfers. Europe seem to have no problem doing that. So it's a weird rant by Justin Thomas.
Yeah, it is. I thought it was a weird rant.
There are things I like about him, things I don't like about him. He's got a really good relation. His dad is his longtime coach. He was a golf, club pro growing up.
Yeah, his dad looks like a D2, man.
And, he can sometimes be funny and charming, but other times he can seem, petulant and
very petulant.
Yeah, so
I just don't like it.
By the way, speaking of the Ryder Cup, did you see yesterday Tiger Woods did his Hero World Challenge? He said no one's asked him about captaining the next Ryder Cup. It's like, really? No one's even approached Tiger about that?
Probably has a surgery scheduled for that day.
That's true. He said, I'm barely back to chipping and putting.
Right.
Not going to be playing anytime soon.
Right.
So.
Well, he definitely wouldn't be a player captain. He would be one to watch from the sidelines, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
In 2 years in Ireland, for sure.
Yeah.
All right, finally, a little do this.
DD mega doo-doo.
Free wieners are always a do this, correct?
Oh.
And that was on the menu yesterday in the Windy City, where we will be next summer.
Unless you're a female opening her DMs, okay?
Right.
They're not always.
You don't want free wieners.
They're not always welcome.
People lined up around the block. Didn't open the Wieners Circle in Chicago. Have you ever been to the Wieners Circle?
Of course. Yeah, many times.
Didn't open until 11. People started lining up at 7 for free hot dogs because the restaurant held a promotion, a social media poll actually, asking, what scenario would you like to pick that would earn the city free hot dogs? The choices were Bears defensive or offensive lineman rushing for a touchdown, a pass to an offensive lineman, or the joke option, which was shirtless Ben Johnson. The head coach takes his shirt off, publicly. Well, that's the one that won. And then, of course, in his post-game locker room celebration a couple of weeks ago, Ben Johnson pulls the shirt off. The Bears continue to win, and that earned hot dogs for the city, free hot dogs. And despite the cold snap that's been tearing through the Midwest, people braved it. Thousands of free hot dogs were given away at the Wieners Circle yesterday in Chicago on a Tuesday.
And we will be there in June.
We will.
Late June, early July.
With Hop Run Tours, you can still sign up for our unforgettable trip to the Windy City next summer to watch San Diego take on Chicago at one of the most historic stadiums in all of baseball. The package from Hop Run Tours includes round-trip airfare, hotel accommodations for 3 nights at a 4-star hotel, a stadium tour, tickets to 2 games, plus a group dinner with Ben and Woods. Don't know that it's going to be at the Wieners Circle, but
no, I don't think it will be.
Might hit the Wieners Circle at some point.
Here's the deal. I'll make this offer right now. if you pull your shirt off at Schmigley Field, I will buy wieners for everyone
For the group?
in the group.
I like that.
So you have to take your shirt off and do like a whole inning.
Helicopter.
Helicopter, the whole bit.
For free wieners?
Free wieners.
Oh, I think I can do that.
Really?
Yeah.
Somebody's been hitting the gym. Look at you.
Exactly.
You wouldn't have done this 3 years ago.
No chance. But
Just sitting there in shame.
you gave
the
me
whole
my
time.
Manscaped for my birthday,
I did.
Paulie.
So you're fresh.
I don't need to
Doing
see
my
that part on
Pelotoning
the
every
trip.
day.
Yeah. All right. It's all on me.
Visit 973thefan.sd.com/Chicago for all the details. The special fan trip is brought to you by Hop Run Tours, handles all the travel and event details. 97.3 The Fan is proud to promote this package.
Yes. Speaking of Wiener Circle. Mesh. Elisa says mesh shirt on the plane. Can you imagine flying?
Oh my
What a
God.
bet! Flying all the way to going through airport security, everyone in the airport, and you're wearing that mesh
And we'll
shirt.
throw in the how about the Survivor Series luchador mask?
Yes, I'll buy new Rolls Royces if you travel to Chicago
By the way,
with just your mesh.
We
shirt.
found out yesterday that we will be broadcasting live that week from 670 The Score
Yeah, buddy.
in Chicago,
This is
which
gonna
is
be
very
wild.
exciting to get to take the show on the road to a different studio in a different city. I'm very excited about that.
I can't wait to trash their studio too.
That is don't and do this for a Wednesday.
That was Don't Do This with Ben and Woods on 97.3 The Fan.
A brand new name emerges in the pursuit to buy the Padres, unless, of course, you listen to the Ben and Woods program.
Yep.
And then it's the very first name that was brought up in the pursuit to purchase the San Diego Padres. We'll give you an update coming up next and spin the topic wheel a little bit early on a Wednesday as well. All coming up on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Well, breaking news in the NL West from Ken Rosenthal, just tweeted, Josh Burns, former Diamondbacks and Padres general manager, will be the Rockies GM under President of Baseball Operations Paul DePodesta, sources tell me, and Dennis Lin. Burns has been the Dodgers senior vice president of baseball operations since 2014. So he spent a decade plus with Andrew Friedman and the Dodgers.
Got tired of winning World Series or what?
Go from the easiest job to the toughest job in baseball.
I want to challenge myself. I wanted worse players. I wanted worse, a lot less money. Less interest in playing there. I mean, you want to talk about the ultimate challenge? My God, I mean, this is one of them here in San Diego. Winning a title here would be one of the ultimate challenges. But Colorado, that's a big one.
My first instinct, smart moves by the Rockies this offseason. Paul DePodesta, you could say he's been out of baseball so long.
That was weird.
What is he going to do? But him hiring someone who has been in the NL West for the last 20 plus years as a GM, as a senior vice president with the Dodgers,
with championship rings.
Yeah, if you're a Rockies fan, you may have questioned the first signing, the first move, but now you're probably going,
Burns knows.
Not terrible.
Burns has every insight into every Dodgers strategy over this past decade and their World Series titles. And they won't be able to obviously do it the way the Dodgers are doing it in Colorado. They don't have the money to follow the Dodgers model, but they certainly will be able to steal plenty of insights in terms of what the Dodgers do that doesn't cost as much money. You know, their player development, their signings, things that have worked out well. This, to me, makes the Rockies at least a potential more formidable threat not in the immediate future, but certainly in the years to come, sounds like they have a smarter brain trust running the Colorado Rockies than they did before.
Hey, man, it's a step. We had Buddy Black in here for an hour, and that was one of my favorite days. Buddy, if you're listening, please come back and hang with us and do another hour. That was so much fun. And he told us, yeah, look, some of the reputation is well-deserved, but they are, believe it or not, making some steps to fix things there in Colorado. And I think I've read about they're updating some technology and things like that. This certainly is a really, really good move from them. And where will it lead? I don't know.
By the way, they're not a poor franchise. They get way more attendance than they actually deserve.
Yeah.
For a team as bad as they've been. Yeah.
Where'd they finish?
They do
last
well,
year?
I think.
Do they?
They do really well.
Hannah said it was she went with her girlfriends and said, I can't even tell you
to Rockies games.
She said it was unbelievable.
I went in November and we were hanging out like near downtown near the stadium. Like it looked amazing.
Yeah,
like,
cool.
I really want to come out there and see
15th in attendance with 2.4 million fans.
Way
For a team that lost 19 games or whatever they did. That's really, really good.
Okay,
plus,
so Denver is
Denver's not a tiny media market.
I mean, what was Petco Park in the Padres attendance during the really lean years? It was still Petco Park, San Diego.
Right about that, or a little bit lower.
I think it's kind of that same effect. They're like the team's not good, but you can't beat going to Coors Field and having some beers and hanging out.
It's a good ballpark to go to. Yeah. It's right there in downtown, a la Petco Park and Lodo, as they call it. Plenty of bars and restaurants right around there. Good sight lines, good walking around, good food and drink options. People like going to Rockies games. So they should have the ability to spend some money. They just have never spent it smartly. They've given it to people like Nolan Arenado, who didn't want to be there, and Chris Bryant, who got hurt. They can, if they spend their money wiser, turn into a team. Now, the altitude's always going to be tough on their pitching.
But they're hitting.
But they should have a really good hitting team like they used to with the Vinny Castilla, Larry Walker,
these guys are
Dante Bichette,
terrifying.
Masher era. That was pretty much the golden era of Rockies baseball.
Why they ever got away from that is beyond. It's like they looked at it and they go, yeah, but our pitching, let's focus on the pitching. Let's go get Mike Hampton and his sinker, and let's go get this guy and his sinker, and none of it really worked, man.
No, they didn't win. You want to take that final step and get to the top of the mountain.
They switched it up.
All right, so we switch it up, which is always the danger. You think, okay, yeah, we're not winning. Let's do something different. Well, something different could actually be a lot worse than what you were doing too.
We talked to Eno Saris about it last year, and that's exactly what he said. He goes, they need to get back to getting the 50 home run, stacking your lineup with as many of those young sluggers as you can get, and they need to slug their way to the playoffs. And pitching, you're gonna need to win a lot of 9-8 ball games, and they're gonna have to figure out a way to do that. But yeah, man, I guess it's bad news for the Padres. It's a good mind that they got in there, and somebody that knows how to win and knows how to build a roster and has seen it done the right way. So yeah, I think that's a net negative for the San Diego Padres, Ben.
Meanwhile, reporting late last night from Shayna Rubin, Giants writer for the San Francisco Chronicle, said, might Warriors and Valkyries owner Joe Lacob consider buying MLB's Padres? It might be something that he could potentially explore, per a source. Yeah, story up in San Francisco that Joe Lacob, the Warriors owner, is potentially looking to purchase the Padres from the Seidler family, which is something, if you were listening to this show, Woods mentioned on day one, I think, after the announcement was made that the Padres were going to be selling, that he had already heard that Joe Lacob was someone who was potentially one of the buyers that would be looking into purchasing the Padres. But, when the San Francisco Chronicle says it, carries a lot more weight than when you say it, unfortunately.
Apparently it does. That's okay. You know me. I'm not in this for the credit. I'm in this for the fun.
That you finally did break news. You always are reluctant to break news. You broke news 3 weeks ago.
Now you know why. Now you know why I'm reluctant.
And now someone else is getting credit for it in a different city.
It's okay.
That's fine.
It's all right. I don't. How much
Tier
money?
Ones, you heard it here first.
How
obviously.
much money did she make off of that? $0. How much money would I have made off of it? $0. I like to focus my things on that make me money. So, I know a guy that knows a guy. So.
I saw a quote though that Joe Lacob, he said, at this stage of my life, all I care about is winning, that's the kind of owner you want. I also thought he's only worth about 2.5 billion. That's not. I mean, like he's going to need some help to buy the Padres.
And
He already owns the
only
Warriors. So, yeah.
$2.5 billion, but I saw that too, and I go, that's not going to be enough.
That's not enough. You're going to need some investors.
But he knows people.
He knows people for sure. All right, let's check traffic, and then when we come back, we always wait until
like
we had this conversation after the show. Some of our favorite segments are when we spin the topic wheel. Why do we always wait until 9:47 to do it? Let's do it a little earlier today. So a topic wheel spin or two to get us to 8 o'clock next on 97.3 The Fan.
But quickly first, I wanted to give a little shout out. One of our tier ones, Josh, said his sister Jasmine and his brother-in-law, Jose, they are on their way to the hospital to give birth to their first child, his nephew, Josh's nephew. Nice. They are loyal listeners as well. So Jasmine and Jose, hope everything comes out as it's supposed to be, and everyone has.
Do we know if it's a boy or a girl?
We don't.
If it's a boy,
Woods.
Ben.
Woods.
Woods is a first name. Doesn't make any sense at all.
Absolutely, it does. It's different. Everybody has to be different now. Everyone wants a different name. Woods is a elite first name.
Woods.
Yeah. Woods Higgins would have been great.
No,
Woods Reindl.
No vowels.
Woods Reindl makes better sense. The S's at the end of both. I don't love that.
Woods no Higgins. Vowels. WDS.
Woods.
All right, play that traffic.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center, protecting San Diego after accidents or injury, here's Kelly Danick.
Getting reports of a crash now northbound side of the 5 near Pershing. Tow truck rolling up to help out with that. It's in the right lane. Accident has cleared on southbound 15 near Via Rancho Parkway. However, northbound 15, just before the 56, reports of a stalled car in the HOV lane. I'm Kelly Danick with Ben and Wood, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Topic wheel question number 1. Which TV show would you like to be a character in?
Ooh. Like, but all the
you're living
bad
that
things
show.
would happen to you as well.
Oh, you're living in it.
So like I'm thinking,
or I'm an actor and I get to play it.
No, like your life is that movie or that TV show. So I'm thinking like, all right, top show for me probably like Breaking Bad. I don't want to live that.
No,
and then no part of that story.
Not
that would probably be my last choice.
Yeah, exactly.
Breaking Bad.
It's one of my favorite
it's
shows
much
to watch.
easier to pick out the shows you wouldn't want to live.
I love to watch Sons of Anarchy when that was out. Don't want any part of that story either.
I don't want to be in The Sopranos.
I don't know that I want Friends or Seinfeld either, though.
It'd be pretty cool to be Magnum PI.
A lot of risk of death.
There's a lot of risk.
Flying helicopters.
I mean, he always makes it through, but but you live in a mansion in Hawaii and you drive a Ferrari around the islands and beautiful there. It's not the worst.
Yeah, but there's the people trying to kill you all the time.
That's true.
And you're not very deft.
Fantasy Island. I could be Mr.
Hey,
Rourke.
Bob.
No. I'd be the guy in the white
I thought you'd be tattooed. Hey, Bob.
Ricardo Montalban.
Bob. Here they come, Bob.
You could be tattooed with me.
I do not want to be tattooed.
They're playing.
Entourage might be the one.
That was mine.
Might be.
Yeah.
Not The Office, because then I'm selling paper supplies in
awful.
Scranton.
Awful.
Baywatch. There it is. Done. In Baywatch.
Yeah.
Lifeguard.
Yeah. Lifeguard.
Saving people.
Yeah. Yes. Saving people. That's why I wanted to get into it. If I wanted to save people, I would have said The Pit. Baywatch.
Oh, our buddy Caesar says Mad Men.
No. Just pounding scotch for 18 hours a day, smoking cigarettes. And all they do is drink scotch. It's 9 a.m.
Hammered the second you get in.
Pounding scotch in a suit. Heaters everywhere.
Oh God! That would be
my
awful,
God!
Actually,
Another meeting, and I've had a fifth
you're
of Glenlivet
every single.
No, you're just drunk all the time. Sex in the City, not bad. Not bad.
Somebody said Pluribus.
No,
I don't
oh my God!
Alone.
No.
Literally like alone on the you and 12. Oh, I don't want to ruin anything for anyone, but it's really good.
I need to see how that show ends before I would.
The Walking Dead.
Yeah, The Walking Dead.
It's what I don't want to be in.
I think Mad Men may be the worst of all of them. I'd rather be in Sons of Anarchy, than Mad Men. The thought of being in a suit all day and being like, if you're my personality, that you're like, you want to fit in, so you're like, oh, we're doing scotch. It's 9:15. Oh, sure. Like trying to assimilate.
Thought
And
about
you're like, there's
Love
no
Boat,
way.
but I don't want to be cruising
I don't wanna
all
be-
the time.
Imagine being on a cruise, diarrhea
Just-
all the time.
It's never-ending cruise,
Just malaria, diarrhea.
forever and ever. You're
about-
on a cruise ship.
How about Frasier? Your life doesn't change a whole lot.
Yeah,
Still doing radio.
Still doing radio,
That's
but you're in Seattle. It's
Seattle.
raining
Yeah.
You go to the coffee shop every single day.
every day. Three's Company, pretty good.
You have a wisecracking producer. I mean,
Yeah.
female, but you're like Roz. You can.
Yeah.
Oz would not be good. I would not want to be in Oz, the prison show.
No, God, no. That'd be-
Sopranos.
No,
No.
Just looking over your shoulder all the time.
Every day.
And you live in Jersey, forget it. Cheers. Again, I don't want to hang out at a bar
Cheers.
all
It's
day.
just. I mean, it wouldn't be bad for a day or two, but your entire life is just.
Drag my ass to the bar again.
What?
Well, hey, how you doing? Good to see you. Pour me one.
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
High school. I wouldn't want to have to go back to high school
Beverly Hills 90210.
again. A lot of drug problems and
Yeah.
problems at that high school.
Gilligan's Island, pass.
Oh no,
Hard pass.
Well, I mean, Marianne did make a mean banana cream pie or coconut cream pie.
Mm-hmm.
Not Deadwood. Forget it.
Nothing set before like 1990,
90.
20, yeah, 90.
Get it.
Knight Rider? No,
No.
too dangerous again.
Yeah, too dangerous. God, man.
You've got an
it's
evil
actually
twin out there.
That's a tougher
Garth.
question than it should be.
I'm sticking with Entourage. It doesn't matter which of the main characters you are.
Pretty much.
You're either the superstar or you're benefiting off of being
you're
best friends with the
You're catching
superstar.
runoff.
Yeah,
Real
exactly.
good. So that's not bad.
Just only going to the coolest places.
Larry David show.
Curb. Yeah.
Curb your,
He's got a
curb your
great, it's great
enthusiasm.
life
Oh,
in
yeah.
that show.
Woods,
Pretty good.
Ben and I basically
You're
I
live
live
it.
living it pretty much without,
Without all the millions
without
of
the
dollars.
millions.
You're
of
our own
dollars.
Larry David.
Yeah, I am. Yeah. Curb would be great, actually. Got to live in LA, though.
I want JB Smoove to be my neighbor.
Yeah. Oh, living with me. The elite.
Yeah, living in my
Guest
ADU.
house. Yeah. 100%. That's a tough one. That was a very tough one.
All right. Not a bad spin of the topic wheel. Maybe we'll do it again later today.
Never know.
Be a little more free with the topic wheel going forward. It always ends up
It's
with
the off season.
a fun and good conversation. When we come back, hour number 3 of Ben and Woods, we'll play a little take on Woods. Still don't have a qualifier. And don't forget, coming up at the bottom of the hour at 8:35, Joe Musgrove, Padres pitcher, little off-season conversation with No Joe, how he's doing and his continued rehab. Remember, he was getting close to potentially returning if the Padres had advanced in the postseason.
I'd love to know, how close was he?
I'm curious. So we'll talk to Joe and more, all coming up with Ben and Woods and Paul on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
All right, we are halfway home on a Wednesday. Ben and Woods 97.3. The Fan got Joe Musgrove coming up at 8:35. Looking forward to talking to him. And it's my favorite day of the year because Spotify Wrapped is out. And I like to look at my own, see how much music I listened to this year. I like to look at Ben's very much, very, very much. And I know that it's skewed because of Take on Woods and things like that. But one of my literal favorite moments on this show was the first time we looked at Spotify Wrapped and he listened to one song twice in 1 year. And it was the most listened to song for him. He listened to one song 2 times, and that was, of course, Sultans of Swing by Dire Straits. Not once, but twice. In a calendar year.
Yeah.
That
You're
is
still playing on your phone, by the way.
Oh, is it playing?
Yeah.
Oh, yep, sure is. You know me.
You're into it.
I'm Woodsy. That's Paul Reindl, executive producer of the program. Ben Higgins, your friendly neighborhood sports anchor, joins us as well.
Good morning.
Good morning. All right. Lay it on me. You pulled yours up?
I did.
Okay. How many minutes did you listen in 2025?
Quite a bit more than I had in the past. 992 minutes.
Okay.
That is
Wow.
0.7 days worth of listening. Woods, how about you?
55,530 minutes for a total of, I think it was 38 days of listening.
So you spent more than a month
Yeah.
of 2025, and we're still got a month left.
Yeah.
You spent more than a month listening to Spotify.
Yes.
A month.
Yeah. Yeah. I have my AirPods in with music on all the time. All of the time. And pretty much, and I really don't really ever take them out. Paul, you don't have Spotify anymore. You went to Apple Music.
Yeah, I switched earlier in the year, bailed on Spotify.
They do, let's see, my top podcast. You would think it would be Ben and Woods, right?
You
The
would
show
think
on
so.
which,
Although you listen to it every day for 4 hours, so there's
Yeah.
no reason for you necessarily to
True.
listen back every day again.
No, I'm a Press Box Chronicles fan. That's Jeff Pearlman's podcast, one of the best I've ever heard. And then Tetragram with Rick Rubin. And then actually, my third was the Diggin' Deep podcast with Eric Hosmer. So I did listen to a few of those this year. Yeah, I listened to over 1,000 artists, 1,004. I love this. I could do this all day. This is my favorite. I mean, my bands never change. It's always Deftones, Afghan Wigs, Queens of the Stone Age, The Smiths, and Oasis, pretty much. So, but I did listen to a lot of different artists this year. They said my musical age, which is a new thing that they've done, is 48. So I'm actually coming in under
48. You're a
Yeah.
young, hip man.
So do you have
you listen your music most aligns with the average 48-year-old?
Yep, which is about
Pretty good.
right. I'll take that. I want to know your most repeated song.
Oh, my top song?
Your top songs of the year.
Would it shock you to learn that my top song of 2025 was Sultans of Swing?
There
by
is
Dire
no
Straits?
effing way.
It
Oh
is.
my God.
God, you love that song. Guitar George. He knows,
Knows
all the chords.
Would you
Harry
like to know
doesn't
how many
mind.
times I listened to Sultans of Swing?
So last year was 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
8 times.
8 times this
Wow.
year. That's almost once a month that I listen to my favorite song. Not quite, but close.
Okay.
8 times.
8 times for Sultans of
Yes.
Swing. Again.
Who was your top artist, Woods?
Deftones.
Mine was, and I don't even remember listening to one song by this artist all year. So I think this might be skewed by taking. Rod Stewart is my top artist.
I believe it so much.
Unfortunately,
Have
I
I
do as well.
told you lately that I love you?
Maggie, I couldn't have tried anymore.
All right, so he's your top artist was Rod Stewart.
Rod Stewart.
Wow.
Hmm.
What else? What other insights?
Well,
do have?
you want my age,
Your average age?
Average age.
my listening age.
Oh God. 67.
67. Very good, Paul.
6'7".
Exactly.
6'7".
6'7".
You're
Wow.
kidding me.
Yep, 67.
God,
Wow.
it works so perfect.
I should have been born in 1958.
Yeah. No doubt. You've been 50 for
Oh man.
you've been 50 since your sister, who you do have, told me he's been like a 50-year-old since he was in high school. I'm like, I know, I believe it. What else? What other
I have a brand new
insights?
number 2 song.
Okay, yes.
Though. Situation by Yaz.
Oh my God.
is my number 2 song. I don't know how many times I listened to it. Less than 8, though, we know.
Less than 8. Situation.
Yeah.
Okay. Paul, you have no insights.
I haven't opened up if Apple has
They have
theirs
it.
or not.
It's
I
out.
switched halfway through the year.
I use both. So I actually, if you can add about 3,000 minutes to my listening number, because I listen
add
for
your
about
Apple.
3,000 minutes on Apple Music.
See, I don't even have like my Spotify account anymore, so I can't even pull up what the first few months of the year looked like. For me, my listening habits are so much different, though. I don't really listen to music throughout the day when I'm home. What I'll do is I'll turn on the TV and have background music going on while I'm working or something like that, not playing off of my music. So most of my music is it's me and my wife's, because like we're in the car listening to a lot of her music. So there's like some Sabrina Carpenter, there's some Taylor Swift, and then there's Kendrick Lamar, Bad Bunny, stuff like that.
Who makes the we jockey for position in the car often with my wife, and because she doesn't like music all that much, and I do, but she doesn't always want to listen to the Smiths. You know what I mean? She's like, "Hey, we feeling sad today? What are we doing?" Like, and she
driver decides. It's not always the rule.
But she always wants to drive. My rule is, if you're driving, I get to pick the music.
No, we're the opposite. Driver always decides.
Driver picks.
Yes.
Okay, here's the other thing.
Which is why we're always listening, to Maggie and Perloff. PGA Tour radio. Maybe that's why no one wants to drive with me.
Yeah, it's awful. I just did it again. He was so nervous when he picked me up. He's like, "You can put on whatever you want. Just put on whatever you want." I got in, and it was like some yacht rock, and he's like, "You can play whatever you want. What vinyl? Here's some vinyl." He did. He got all nervous. I was like, "Relax. It's good. We're fine. We're good buddies."
Yeah, when we're on our drives, me and my wife, like, she doesn't want to listen to a lot of the music that I would want to listen to. Like, I'll just put my Apple Music on shuffle, and whatever comes out, probably okay with.
Right.
For her, I'm like, put on whatever you want. Put on whatever.
See, Dominic, and I agree with Dominic. He says passenger is the DJ, or Elisa said that. Passenger is the DJ.
You shouldn't be DJing while you're driving.
But here's the thing: if I'm in my car and I'm driving, everyone, I pick the music also. Does that make sense?
True.
Your rule is more like you want Woods to be the DJ, no matter where he's sitting.
Yeah, and the other thing is starting whenever they start playing Christmas music is all she listens to. So like we're going to Arrowhead. We have another tradition at Christmas. We go to Arrowhead with this other family. And I'm already skeeved out about the fact that for the entire drive up in our Ben bus, it's going to be nothing but Christmas music for the entire drive to Arrowhead and back. And I don't like to listen to Christmas music. I like it.
Jingle bell, jingle bell.
I'll have a blue. And I like some of the Christmas music, but I need it in little small doses. I can't do 2 hours of nothing but Christmas music. And she insists when she's in the car at this time of year, it's Christmas music or die.
See, I like SD Jelly in the chat says the passenger is the DJ, but driver can overrule crappy songs.
I like that.
See, I've got the controls right on my steering wheel, so I can just, if I don't like it, skip.
Gone. Yeah, do better, passenger.
Yeah, do better. Make better
Strike
choices.
one.
Driver picks because they're driving. See, there's a bunch of different rules in here. Everyone has their own rules.
Drive pictures they're driving. It's got to be something they like so they can drive safely. I like the implication that if a bad song comes on, you're more likely to wreck your car.
See, Paulie's ridden with me. I usually drive out to Arizona. Paulie just gets in and keeps his mouth shut. Doesn't say a word. He knows I'm going to play. He usually likes most of the stuff that I'm playing. And I'll be like, "Oh, check this out.
2 hours of Kings of Leon.
2 hours of
Deftones.
2 hours of Band of Horses.
Howard Stern.
Yeah, then we listen to Howard Stern replays.
Andy takes the cake. 31-year-old Andy in our YouTube chat says, my Spotify age said 82.
Who would you even listen to, Andy?
The Four Tops.
Even then, I think it would be 70. Yeah. Al Jolson. Like, who are you listening to? Andy, please list your bands.
I need to know now.
Duke Ellington.
A 1 and a 2 and a 3. A little Lawrence Welk.
Frank Sinatra.
They have a whole village for you up there.
82.
Escondido, Andy. Just go up and
Dizzy Gillespie. Soundtracks from silent films. That's elite. 82.
Wow.
82. He's literally his car like, I'm going to fire up this Dizzy Gillespie.
Your Spotify age is dead.
Dead. You're a dead man. Now, this is nowhere near our favorite Wrapped of the season.
Oh.
Paulie has been obsessively looking for the it's not one of our favorite bits. It's for adults only, obviously, but it's the corn tub year in review, where it collates all the data and goes state to state what people are interested in on Corn Tub. And it's just the greatest. It's the greatest. And you look at it and you're like, oh, Mississippi, you guys are even weirder than I thought you were.
Yes.
Right? And then you're like,
I can't even say that one on the air.
Maine is like pretty girl or something, like something very, very, very
tame.
odd. Yeah. Very tame. Yeah. Like female.
It's always like Alaska's into like igloos or something. And you're
Super
like, what?
Sunshine. super weird.
No, we were talking. We're like, okay, that's got to be coming up soon. I looked it up. Last year's year in review came out on December 5th.
Oh God.
So
Please.
we're just a couple of we got to be within a few days here.
Please drop that on Friday. I need that on
yes.
Friday. It is just so good. Yeah, there's some ones in there that make you really, really uncomfortable. That we make Ben try to explain them on the air. So it's always one of our favorite days.
Let's take a time out because we got Joe coming up at the bottom of the hour, and I want to play Take on Woods and have plenty of time for Joe Musgrove. So if you want to be our contestant, call in now, 833-288-0973, 833-288-0973. Musical trivia against Woods. You can be the first qualifier for the trip to Vegas and the New Kids on the Block tickets. Get to that coming up next on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. I got a lot of compliments yesterday. Saw people I haven't seen in a long time when we were at the Salvation Army bell ringing. My old colleague Joe Little, who now works for NBC, said, "You've kept all that weight off. You look great." He said, "Maybe I need to try sdfatloss.com as well." Joe, you look good, but anybody can do it. Even if you just want to lose maybe 10, 15, 20 pounds, this is a fantastic way to change your metabolism, become a fat-burning machine, simply by changing what and when you eat. They will explain it all when you set up your free consultation at sdfatloss.com. And if you sign up now, get the best prices of the year. Over $400 off between now and December 31st. You can start today. You can wait until your New Year's resolutions. Totally up to you. But you're going to learn about a program where you lose up to a pound of fat per day and 10 to 20% of your body weight in just 60 days. I lost 40 pounds in 60 days eating regular food like chicken and steak. You can do so as well. No injections, no exercise necessary, just real, sustainable weight loss thanks to the great folks at sdfatloss.com. Join all the tier ones who've lost thousands of pounds around San Diego. Again, free consultation, $400 off right now at sdfatloss.com. That's sdfatloss.com. Results may vary.
player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
This holiday season, too many San Diegans will go hungry. Join 97.3 The Fan and support the San Diego Food Bank. Donate food directly online through our Odyssey San Diego Food Fund, where every donation helps feed local families. Go to 97.3thefan.sd.com/food fund and give today. Food insecurity is a big issue. I was hosting our Month of a Million Meals food bank last night, or phone bank, to raise funds for Feeding San Diego, which is another great organization. And got to talk to our good friend Mark Loretta, who's on the board at Feeding San Diego. Lo was there yesterday and catching up, and some of the other local celebs who came and donated their time, and got some big donations. Celebrity chef Brian Malarkey gave $10,000.
Amazing.
Celebrity chef Richard Blaze did a whole food drive at his new restaurant, California English, which is in Sereno Valley, and I would love to try that spot. Got to talk to Sam, the cooking guy. All the food people giving back on the food side of it was very inspiring to see last night.
I did happen to see you cut an old man off when you were talking.
Tommy
to
the
him
fishmonger, another food guy. He was actually taking the donation from Brian Malarkey. I have limited amount of time, and Tommy was a little slow on the uptake.
I
so.
should have.
And then that was Bill from Regions Pizzeria. Yeah, he had a lot to say, and
Paulie,
I had limited time to give him.
To watch him, to watch him on the news doing the sure, and I go, oh no. So I texted him. I go, bro, you just cut that dude off.
I felt bad.
Ben goes, my producer was literally in my ear going, rap.
We're out of time.
What are you supposed to do?
We got to hard out. I don't know. That's the tough thing. You know, I could tell he was still in the middle of his spiel.
He was literally.
Okay, how are you?
Nice guy though, and definitely want to go check out Regions Pizzeria now. Menu looks nuts. He says go to Pequod's when we're in Chicago for deep dish.
Okay, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Okay, how are you?
We really have to get out of here. My producer is actually telling me that I have to
Go.
I have to wrap this story.
Okay, how are you?
I'm good. I'm doing great. No, thanks so much for being here.
It wasn't that old.
I need to wrap this segment
Very
up
nice guy.
ASAP.
Okay, how are you?
All right.
Very nice guy.
It was great. He goes, I felt so bad. My producer's screaming at you. So you really have can we get a producer here when you go on one of your SDSU rants? Paulie, you're the producer.
He's the producer.
Ghetto special. You can go
Wrap it up, wrap it up.
Do you want me to wear an earpiece?
Another
Yeah.
earpiece. Then that nude ear right there. One here, one in
See,
here.
I don't
Yeah.
think the talkback works like that in this studio.
Because you're already in here. I think it.
Here, let me turn my mic off.
No, got nothing.
Can't hear you.
Can't hear
No,
anything.
not
at
a
all.
word.
Give me a hand signal or something. All right, we got time for Take on Woods. Let's get to it. Did I send you an extra category today, or what do we got, Paulie? I know we've got Bundle of Joy. We've got a lot more.
We've only got two.
We've only got
you're
two
right.
categories today.
So,
My bad. I
two
was
to choose
very,
from.
very busy last night. We got Brian as our contestant, though. Take on Woods, brought to you by Bay Alarm, security and fire alarms for every business. We got you, Brian. Welcome to Take on Woods. I'm sorry that I've been slacking a little bit, but we'll see if we can qualify you for the grand prize. How you doing this morning?
Doing great. How about you?
I'm doing pretty well. If you can beat or tie Woods, you will qualify for the trip to Las Vegas, 2 tickets to New Kids on the Block on June 26th at the Dolby Live at Park MGM, 2 nights at Park MGM, and a $100 gas card. Don't miss New Kids on the Block. Get your tickets at Ticketmaster.com. My apologies, but it's an either-or situation today. We got a bundle of joy, all 2-second songs that include the word joy, or a lot more, 5 song titles that include the word more. Which one of those would you like to play?
Let's do a lot more.
A lot more. All right. 5 song titles all include the word more. You'll have 60 seconds to get as many as you can. If you don't know an answer, say pass. We'll come back to it if there's time left on the clock. First question is our 1 2-second song. Paul, you'll play that music. You need to give me the song title, including the word more, and the artist to score the point. Ryan, you understand the rules? You ready to play?
Yes, sir.
All right. Paul, you good to go? Queuing it up. Give him a second here. The category is a lot more.
Got it.
Woods comes in without the category. We compare scores. That's how it works. All right. Paulie's ready to go. Let's put 60 seconds on the clock. The category again, a lot more.
Hang on. Sorry.
Hang on again. Slow it down. Stall a little bit. Making you more nervous. Sorry, Brian. I think this is a doable game. All right. Now we're ready. 60 seconds on the clock. It's not ready again.
a computer malfunction right now. Let me refresh. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, we're fine.
Brian, how's your day going?
Doing pretty good so far.
Good.
Heading to work.
All right. Let's play some Take on Woods.
All right, 60 seconds on the clock. Take 3. Your time begins when Paul plays the music. Good luck, Brian. Let's take on Woods. Paulie's computer is acting up. Hang on. I'm going to see if I can just go to Spotify, add this to my list of songs for the year, and just play it right
Pulling
through.
it up a different way. I hate this.
All right, I've got it. You ready?
This
You're
is
just going to have to
so-
listen
Yes, sir.
janky-wise over my computer. Here we go.
More than a feeling.
That's more than 2
Yeah.
seconds. Stop.
That's more. All right. Which 91 Ozzy Osbourne hit shares a 3-word name with the slogan for Johnson's baby shampoo?
No more tears.
Correct. 2 different versions of which song appear on the Saturday Night Fever soundtrack? One by Tavares, the other by the Bee Gees, joining Staying Alive as one of the band's biggest hits.
Yeah.
Phil Collins followed up Against All Odds and went to the top of the charts again in 1985 when he asked for what in the title of a soft rock ballad?
Yeah.
The final top 10 hit for Roxy Music was which 1982 song that ends with a 1-minute, 45-second synthesizer-driven outro?
Yeah.
All right, Paulie's got the 2-second song. You just need the artist.
More Than a Feeling Boston.
Correct. Two different versions of which song appear on Phil Collins. We ran out of time anyway. So we got 3 for you. I'm giving you 3. That was a chaotic game, but I'm giving you 3. Let's bring Woods in and see how he does when we reorganize our. We had some computer problems. It was a whole mess, but we got Brian. He got a good score.
Up Apple Music, and then it just took a giant crap
No
on
way.
me.
Yeah, we had a little trouble there, but that's okay. Brian's got a score locked in. We got 60 seconds back on the clock. Woods, your time begins when Paul plays the music. Good luck. Let's take on Brian.
More Than a Feeling by Boston.
Correct. Which 1991 Ozzy Osbourne hit shares a 3-word name with the slogan for Johnson's Baby Shampoo?
No More Tears.
Correct. 2 different versions of which song appear on the Saturday Night Fever soundtrack, one by Tavares, the other by the Bee Gees, joining Stayin' Alive as one of the band's biggest hits.
Pass.
Phil Collins followed up Against All Odds, went to the top of the charts again in 1985 when he asked for what in the title of a soft rock ballad?
F. These are going to kill me. I feel like I know them both. No More.
No. Final top
Damn
10
it.
hit for Roxy Music was which 1982
More Than
song?
This.
Correct. 2 different versions of which song appear on the Saturday Night Fever soundtrack, one by Tavares.
More Than a Woman.
Correct. In a 4-3 victory.
Yes!
Woods pulls it out. One More Night was Phil Collins.
One More Night. I like that song. You remember I used to hate Phil Collins? I've really grown to like him.
Have you?
When we started at 1090, I went on a whole rant about Phil Collins, how much I hate him.
But now you like him.
I don't just like, I love him.
Really?
Yes. I don't know what changed. Something changed in my
Does
brain.
that include Genesis or just Phil Collins?
I'm thinking more Phil Collins solo.
All right. We've got Joe Musgrove coming up, so
Yeah.
let's take a timeout. We will come back. Still no qualifiers this month for the grand prize drawing, which means Woods wins at the end of the month if no one qualifies.
I'll pass.
No, Joe going to join us when we come back on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. You could leave your trip in your trust or will to someone if you win it. You can bequeath certain possessions in a will, or you can go with a trust, which can help keep your family out of probate court, which is a long, expensive, nightmarish process, from what I've been told, that could tie up all your assets for months and months after you are gone. But it is all avoidable, Woods.
I don't know if you guys are like me, but at the end of the year, I like to make sure that I kind of reset and handle a bunch of business. That's what I like to do. And this, if you don't have a trust or a will, this is a great time to do it. So just go to trustandwill.com. Use the code FAN, F-A-N, when you check out. You'll get 20% off your trust or will. Great time. End of the year. Take care of business. Start 2026 having this thing locked up.
You can also set up living instructions like power of attorney. If you're incapacitated for some reason, you want someone to make decisions for you, HIPAA clearance, that all can be done online from the comfort of your own home on your own laptop, easily and simply and affordably with trustandwill.com. Again, use the code FAN at checkout. Get 20% off your will or trust when you go to trustandwill.com.
Okay, player. This is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort. Now open.
Welcome back. So if you happened on Saturday to go to WWE Survivor Series at Petco Park, or if you went to the SDFC Western Conference Final at Snapdragon Stadium, you might have run into one of San Diego's favorite celebrities. Stephen Woods was at both. And you may have also run into our next guest.
A real celebrity. Someone with actual talent.
On our David P. Shapiro fan hotline, he is Padres pitcher Joe Musgrove, and he joins us right now on Ben and Woods on 97.3. The Fan, yeah, we did the double on Saturday night as well, Joe.
Yeah, man, what a night, huh?
Yeah.
It's like a San Diego City tour.
It was, and I saw you on the big screen. I went, oh, look, Joe's here. And then we went to SDFC. Oh, look, Joe's here.
I actually saw you, dude. I actually saw you in line at the like the front office, right at where Imperial meets.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I was walking from downtown. There was like a ton of traffic getting in, so we left our Uber like 4 blocks from the ballpark, and we were just walking, hood up, like trying to stay incognito.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I saw you, and I just threw you like so you didn't hear it, and I was like, I got to keep it moving.
Oh,
dude.
I missed it. Damn it.
Is it difficult
you had
for
your
Joe
back
Musgrove?
to me. I was just trying to get your attention quickly without drawing much attention to myself.
Yeah, is it difficult for Joe Musgrove to walk around Petco Park
I
just
bet it
among all the
is.
people without getting stopped once or twice occasionally?
I mean, what do you consider difficult? You know, everyone loves it, and you know, it's cool. I enjoy it for the most part, but when you're trying to get somewhere in a hurry, it's not the most ideal.
Yeah, somebody in our chat just said, "Oh, Woodsy big leaguing the big leaguer," and I said, "Oh my God, never in a million years."
No, you didn't hear me.
Never in a million years. Well, how? Number one, let's get to down to business, man. How are you feeling? How's the whip feeling? How are the legs, the back, everything feeling good?
Yeah, everything's feeling good, man. I mean, the year of not throwing competitively, you know, did a lot of good for my body. I feel like I addressed a lot of little issues that I had that had been lingering. And the arm's feeling good. I'm back throwing, lifting, you know, on a normal off-season progression.
Paulie was asking us the question earlier, wanted to know, and I'm curious as well. How close were you to getting back? If the Padres, you know, had won that game 3, had advanced, you know, maybe to the next round or even the NLCS or the World Series, was there a chance we were going to see you there in October?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, and the fact that we didn't get there, I could say absolutely I would have been out there. But yeah, dude, I did feel good. You know, we had like some tight windows at the end where, you know, I had to work through a couple days where I didn't feel my best, you know, not necessarily felt bad, but, you know, throughout the whole process, we were able to kind of take days when I needed it. And towards the end, we were just out of days. So I had to stay pretty consistent with the program I was on. So we missed like a week and a half towards the end of the season, and I came out of that feeling really good. So, I guess if we make it to the World Series, NLCS, I think I had a shot at it.
That would have been really special because we would have been in the NLCS and World Series talking to Joe
That
Musgrove.
moment
Would have been incredible.
Unbelievable.
Talking to Joe Musgrove, of course, here on Ben and Woods this morning. And so wanted to ask you too, locally, nationally, everyone, when you look at the San Diego Padres, you say, okay, there's some tumultuous things happening, but the guys are going to go out, they're going to play 162 games, they're going to give their best effort. For you guys as a rotation as it stands today, everyone's saying, hey, man, could absolutely use a little help. I know that you put together Camp 44 every single year. Have the invites gone out yet? And, there may be some new faces there this year. There may not be. We'll see.
Yeah, definitely. That's something we plan on doing. I think we might shift the format a little bit. In the past, it's been a bigger camp, a lot more bodies in there, and a lot of guys that we expect to be with the club as we go into the season. You're going to have guys come up from AAA injuries. The guys are going down. So having those guys around for a week to work with the big league staff and meet a lot of the big league guys, and, for the staff to get, a pulse on where guys are at and help them create plans for spring training, which starts, a week and a half after the camp. The timing of it's great, but we ran into trouble with, the numbers of guys, and just feeling like we want to make sure our guys that are going to be on the club and, competing every night, we want to make sure they're getting ready and that they're a priority. So, we definitely plan on running the camp, and, excited to see what happens in the next couple of weeks here, especially with the meetings coming up on who's going to be the new faces.
All right, because I like you, Joe, I'm going to let you know this is a trick question. How's the mentoring of some of the relievers that you're converting into starters going, and who are they, by the way?
That's a popular topic right now. I think when you look at it from the person that's making the decisions who we're getting, you're always looking at what the market's like and what players are available. So I think the idea that we're talking about those guys is the fact that relievers might be a little more attainable than some of the big frontline starters. And having big power arms like that who have started in the past, I could definitely see it being something successful. But you look at, what those guys do for our bullpen and how they set things up on the back end of games, and just the execution rate in those 1 inning to, 1+ roles, it's damn near unhittable, man. So it's hard to take them away from a role that they're so successful in. But if it makes the team better and these guys are interested in wanting it, that's a big part of it. These guys have to want it. You can't force someone into a role and expect the same level of, execution and, not dedication, because these guys are competitors. They want to win, but you got to feel it. You got to want it, and you got to be willing to take on what it is to be a starting pitcher in the big league. So those are conversations that, they need to have, and questions it's hard for me to answer, but those are two massive arms that, I would love to see in the starting rotation. But if that's not the move they make, we're absolutely comfortable with them being on the back end of our bullpen.
Yeah, you can let yourself dream on a Mason Miller as a starter. We all have. I mean, every single one of us, and we wrestle with it every day. Yeah, honestly, we've debated it 10 times. I think I've changed my opinion on it 10 out of 10. I mean, because the stuff and
it's not to doubt Mason at all, but it's hard to expect 104
right,
out of the starting rotation. It's going to be a different type of pitcher. He's going to have to use his other weapons more often. He's going to have to, expand the arsenal. So it changes a lot of things. It's not as easy as just sticking someone in the starting role and saying, throw that stuff for 7 innings.
Yeah, it's impossible. I mean, I don't think it would hold up. And, you let yourself dream on it, certainly, Joe. But I wanted to ask you about another guy that was in your bullpen last year. We've actually never gotten a chance to sit and talk with Adrian Morahone. Seen him around a bunch at spring training, seen him around at fantasy camp. To watch what he did last year was awesome. I mean, it was truly incredible. What changed for him in your mind from, kind of looking for his role / the execution to becoming like the most dominant left-handed reliever in baseball?
Yeah, the coolest thing is to see the people that have been around this kid since he was, a young kid in the Padres organization, and to see, their level of excitement and joy for who he's become, because I've seen it over the handful of years that I've been here, and there's been people that have been around him, a lot longer and seen a lot longer of a transition. But in the time I've seen him like truly grow up. His work ethic has increased. His dedication to, game planning and, putting more effort into the scouting side of the game has increased. And just the person, man, he's the most humble, like loving dude, but one of the most fierce competitors on our team. And it's a guy that, everyone had all the confidence in, and I don't know if he had enough confidence in himself. And you've seen that start to take over in the last, couple years. And the stuff he did last year was, I think the start of what you're going to see consistently for a long time.
Talking to Joe Musgrove here on 97.3 The Fan. And Joe, you were teammates with Craig Stammen for a couple of seasons when you came over to the San Diego Padres. Now he's your manager. How do you feel about that dynamic in the hiring of Craig as the new skipper?
I'm excited about it, man. I think everyone in this clubhouse knows Craig well. They know him as a person. They know him as a competitor and a player. And I think he's, recently enough removed from the game to still have a really good pulse on what's happening in the clubhouses and, the direction that the game's going. I think having Ruben by his side is massive for us. I think you guys have talked about it on the show a couple times, I've heard, but, the hardest thing to do in baseball is manage a bullpen and manage a pitching staff. And I think having both of those guys at the helm of it is going to do a lot of good for the health of our guys and keeping them fresh and, maybe challenging our starters a little more than we did in the year past. So I'm super excited about it. The guys that I've talked to in the club are super excited. And, I think Craig's going to be, motivated to win and do big things in this role.
And I saw a comment that you made. I don't know where it was. I can't remember. It was a podcast or something. Again, talking to Joe Musgrove here on Ben and Woods, talking about a potential new owner. We kicked around a name this morning. We've kicked around a few names. Everyone has their ideas. But I loved what you said when you said, paraphrasing here, and you're actually on the line, you could correct me, but you're basically like, we need somebody that wants to win, not just make money. And I think that's the fear or the hope for Padres fans, right? You fear that it would be somebody that just is in it for the buck and the cachet of owning a baseball team. But the hope is that it's someone like, Peter Seidler was, who was like, look, I'll do whatever I have to do to win. For you guys in the clubhouse, how much does something like this affect you moving forward this season?
I don't know that it affects me a whole lot as a player. Obviously there's desires that you have as a player. You want an owner that's willing to spend money and put a good product on the field and take care of people in the organization and do the things that the best organizations do. But as a player, you have such a small time in the game that regardless of what scenario I'm in, I'm going to do everything I possibly can to win because this is the only chance I have. There's a lot of what ifs and things you can, hope for, but this is the reality of what I have in the time that I'm playing, and I got to make the most of it. And I think a lot of guys in the clubhouse have the same approach when it comes to, who owns the team. Obviously, there's a lot of things that we would love to see happen, but that's out of our control. And you still have to go out and try to compete with who you got on your team and how the organization's run. So I think that's more how you view it as a player.
Speaking of taking care of people, I wanted to ask you about the Padres Holiday Giving Tour going on again this December. Yesterday was the big surprise bike giveaway. I mean, it's just an amazing scene. Today there's a shopping spree for some kids, and it goes on all month. And I think the cynical out there would say, well, a lot of teams do this. They want to get some good PR in their communities. The Padres go so far over the top and above and beyond with just event after event after event. You take part in a lot of them, Joe. What does this kind of month mean to you in the Padres Holiday Giving Tour?
It's amazing, man. The Padres are the best at that. And we're fortunate enough to get to tag along on these events and share some of that excitement. But yesterday was one of my favorite events. I've done it, I think, 3 or 4 times now, but it's the Bikes for Kids Foundation partnering up with the Padres. And we went to, I think, Rodriguez Elementary yesterday. And these kids write essays on their hopes and dreams and the things that they'll have to do to accomplish those. And everyone, submits an essay and they select, the kids think what, are 5 winners. And we read off the essays and hand off the 5 bikes that we rolled out. And you could see the kids' faces just start to diminish, the smiles go away, the tears start coming as the bikes start disappearing and the last bike's given away and a lot of kids are breaking down. You also see a lot of kids sharing excitement that their friend won a bike and, being super fired up for the friend. And then they reveal that, the curtains draw back and there's 100 bikes on stage and these kids are losing their minds. It's such a cool experience, man. And, to be able to do that stuff and in the position I'm in, it's amazing, especially being in San Diego.
Well, man, we love you. You know that. Your mom, who we just adore, Diane, she comes in and helps with our Christmas and holiday extravaganza. Every year she brought in
Coming up
coffee.
soon, right?
Yeah, it's coming up on the 19th. I don't know. I mean, the invite's there. If you want to come,
She texted me about it. I got it on my calendar.
Nice.
It would be incredible, man. Incredible. I promise not to big league you that day. That day, yeah, you get plenty of attention from me, Ben, Paulie.
I like a double cappuccino. Just
Hot. I
light
need it hot.
Yeah, I don't want it hot. Thank you, Joe.
Let's
It's
go.
a little, it's a little bit of a drive from
let's go.
Alpine.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a hike.
We'll get you dialed in.
You're the best.
You know, but my mom doesn't shortcut anything, man. She's gonna show up with thermoses.
She
and-
does. She does.
She
She's
brings
amazing.
syrups
amazing.
and everything.
She's incredible. Incredible. Thank you so much, Joe.
Yeah, you guys are welcome, man. I appreciate you having me on.
Take care. Happy holidays.
All right, happy holidays.
Joe Musgrove on the road to recovery. Sounds like he was very close to that
Now-
moment we were looking hopefully forward to in the playoffs.
If Joe came in and he wanted to throw meat at you,
Sure, whatever.
See,
Yeah.
you let him do it.
Upside down, inside out.
Slider,
Of course.
Well, he injures himself throwing bologna at
That would
Ben.
be
That
bad.
would be really, really bad.
We need to check traffic, wrap up the hour. What great stuff from Joe Musgrove, what he had to say. Talk about it next year on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center, protecting San Diego after accidents or injury, here's Kelly Danick.
What happened, people? We were doing so good on the roads. Northbound side of the 805 before the 54. Got a collision blocking the fast lane. Also, tow truck helping to clear crash on northbound 5 just past Pershing, getting that moved over to the right shoulder. Accident over the right shoulder, northbound 15 before Claremont Mesa Boulevard. Southbound 805 before the 163. Accident blocking the 2 right lanes. And in the North County, northbound 15 accident clearing near the 78, but now southbound 15 near the 78. An accident blocking the 2nd lane from the left, and eastbound 78 just before Melrose. There's a collision being cleared over the right shoulder. I'm Kelly Danick with Ben and Wood, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Joe and all of our guests appear on the David P. Shapiro Fan Hotline. David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys, helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. Interesting insight, especially into potential Mason Miller to the rotation. Sounds like it could go either way still. Padres evaluating their options, and I totally agree. It looks different. We talked about it yesterday. You don't throw 104 as a starter. You have to dial it back. You have to use other weapons. You have to add pitches. Can he do that? Can he do that and remain healthy? That's the big question.
He's got the weapon. I mean, he's got his best pitch is his slider. The guy that throws 104 on the black. He always says, my best pitch is my slider. Remember that didn't he throw all sliders?
All sliders, immaculate inning.
Immaculate inning.
9 sliders, 9 strikes.
Stupid.
One of them was probably got a call on
That's
him.
fine.
But it's pretty crazy.
He's unbelievable. Yeah, you let yourself dream on it, certainly. I know I have many, many times. And, but it does kind of always come back. And he kind of said, you think about what those guys do at the back end of the bullpen, how they shorten games for us. It's tough. It's a hard decision that you have to make. And again, we talk about the burning desire. If you have a burning desire to be a starter, who are we to stand in your way? Go out and do it. But if it's like I'll do it if you want. I don't know. I think, or you can just leave me where I absolutely dominate. But you can see why a player would want to do it. You talked about the money that they could make as a starter as opposed to a reliever. Mason Miller is special. He is really special. So whatever decision they make, I hope it's the right one.
Does it also almost sound like the manager of the Padres is Craigben Stemabla? Like it's a two-headed monster
kind of
almost now.
Yeah.
As the manager of the Padres, they didn't give Ruben the job, but Ruben knows.
Cruben.
Cruben.
Craben.
Stemabla. We'll workshop
Cruben
it.
Naaman. Yeah.
Two-headed monster.
I'm fine with that.
Like, pretty smart monster, too. All right, we'll have our biggest fan announcement, a Reindl Report, and more. All coming up next with Ben and Woods here on 97.3 The Fan. Got some more tickets to give away to Zach Bryan later this hour. Stay tuned for that opportunity.
Wait, yeah.
Zach, yeah. I know. We've had some confusion.
We joked about it one time.
Yeah,
Now
so now
I'm
it's in my
mad.
head.
Screwed.
Luke Bryan, Zach Brown, Brian Adams.
Luke Bryan,
I don't know.
Luke
Zach
Bryan.
Bryan, Zach Brown Band.
It's Zach Bryan is the tickets that we're giving away later
Luke
this
Brown.
hour.
No, Zach Brown. Zach Bryan.
What was the? Now that we're down this path, Zach Bryan was in the news for his relationship drama
Yes.
last year.
Yes.
And I remember seeing something. It was like, so you're telling me Zach Bryan dated somebody named Brianna Chicken Fry, but that's different from Zach Bryan, Zach Brown, who sings Chicken Fried.
Correct.
And none of these people are Luke Bryan.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely incredible.
Okay.
I tweeted over the weekend, everything I know about Brianna Chicken Fry is against my will. I see way too much about this person who was like being mean to people in a store because they wouldn't let her spend the, I wanted to put $1,000 on the gift card. They wouldn't let me. Idiots. I was like, oh my God, why do I see this? And why do I click watch? Why do we
just
do
have
this?
to buy 10 $100 gift cards?
Yeah, exactly.
It's kind of safer because if you lose the $1,000 gift card, you're in trouble.
Well,
but-
it's the to help with the scams.
Yeah.
They don't know that somebody's not being scammed.
too big of a gift
too big of a gift
Exactly.
card.
Yeah, there's a reason. for
Imagine falling for a scam. Couldn't be me.
Morons.
What an idiot.
you could get almost 4 vacuum cleaners for that $1,000 vacuum cleaner gift card.
Still haven't heard back from them, by the way.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't know that you're going to hear
I'm
back
going to
from
drop another email as we
I'm
speak.
sure their customer service representative will be waiting at your door
with
when you
bated
get
breath.
home today to make
Bated
it right
breath.
for you, Woods.
Write them right now.
They're going to ask you, what's wrong with the vacuum cleaner? Well, you haven't even taken
Yeah,
it
is
out
it
of the
broken?
box yet.
Nope.
What's wrong with it?
Well, we found out. I think I said I found out my wife already bought one.
That's a lie. We know that is not true.
All right,
You've got to be truthful.
but you don't need a reason why I'm returning something. You have a return policy, right?
Doesn't sound like they do.
I don't know if they do.
I said they did. They're going to drag it out past the 14-day return policy, and I'm going to get screwed.
They're going to run out the clock on you. Is that their
That's
strategy?
it. That's it.
Ball control offense. Keep that clock running, and eventually we're in the clear.
Yep.
Get you through your 14 days. You have not claimed your money yet.
Oh God, this sucks.
All right, before we get to the Reindl Report, it is time to announce today's biggest fan. If you hear your name called, you will have 10 minutes to call us back at 833-288-0973 to qualify for our grand prize, 20 tickets, you and your friends, for a night in our Odyssey Suite at a Padres game this coming season with all the fan staff, catered by Spiro's Mediterranean Cuisine. Euros and baseball. Everyone waiting with bated breath. Today's biggest fan is Jonathan Naranjo from El Cajon. Jonathan Naranjo from El Cajon. I think, isn't that orange in Spanish?
I think so.
Yeah.
I believe it is.
I just had one.
You can have 10 minutes to call us now, 833-288-0973. Good luck. We'll have more names for you at 1 o'clock, 5:30 today, and another name tomorrow at 9. Put your name into the hopper at 973thefan.sd.com/biggest fan. Paulie, if you would. And get things started here with our today's edition of the Reindl Report.
Now tuned into the greatest.
Welcome to the Reindl Report with Paul Reindl.
Hi, Paul.
All right.
2 stories from the world of sports that we haven't gotten to yet.
We'll start off in Major League Baseball.
And 1 story that you didn't know you needed.
Are you laughing, biatch?
It's the Reindl Report
Hey, Paul, how you doing? Okay, how are you?
on 97.3 The Fan.
Are you ready to bless the mood? I need some help, please.
That was good.
Can I get a oh yeah?
All right.
Caller on the line. Let's
Take
see.
this call.
Is this Johnny Orange?
Hello.
Let's try this one. Caller on the line. Johnny Orange, are you there?
Oh boy.
That is me.
Jonathan Naranjo from El Cajon. Congratulations. You have called us back, and you have qualified for the grand prize. I believe you do not have to do anything else.
Nope.
You just wait until the end of the
Confirmed.
contest,
Yep,
and
you're
you will
good
be
to go.
notified if you are our grand prize winner. Congratulations, Jonathan. Thank you for listening to 97.3 The Fan in Bennett Woods.
Sounds great. Appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Thank
Take
you.
care.
man.
All right, we got
That's my
another
favorite.
qualifier.
You throw out the name, we play the Reindl Report intro, and 3 minutes later, when the intro's over, they've already called in. Perfect.
K's man, because she says orange is Naranja, not Naranjo. Isn't it just a male orange instead of a female orange?
not on.
I don't know.
Male oranges.
John Orange, he said, by the way.
Johnny Orange.
Johnny Oranges.
Paulie, take us away.
All right. Start off NBA-ish. Yesterday had a new portion of the Michael Jordan sit-down interview that he did with Mike Tirico as part of NBA on NBC coverage, which is returned this season. And everybody took this clip from Michael Jordan and go, wow, he really could do whatever he wanted.
Yeah.
He was talking about his contract and some of the special clauses that he had in his contract back when he was a player. And here's what MJ had to say.
Love of the game is still there. I can feel it from you, right? How did that love of the game fuel your career?
It was the basis of my career. My love of the game within my contract, which, I'm pretty sure most contracts now, I'm actually positive now, don't have that clause within the contract where
you had a clause in your contract.
Love of the game contract, right? That if I was driving with you down the street and I see a basketball game on the side of the road, I can go play in that basketball game. And if I get hurt, my contract is still guaranteed. I love the game so much that I would never let someone take the opportunity for me to play the game away from me. As opposed to now where you don't have it, players probably don't play. Now, they get individual attention with their trainer.
Sure.
They're ready to go out and shoot 100 shots or 1,000 shots. I found it to my benefit was go play basketball, man. That's what you did. That's what you grew up doing. Larry Bird, you took a
So
absolutely
If
fascinating.
I saw a game driving down the road,
yes,
saw someone playing basketball,
Yeah.
I had the authority to go and play with them.
Yeah.
And if I got hurt, you still had to pay me.
He could have, I would imagine most players would say, hey, this is important to me to be able to play pick up basketball on the side of the road during my off days or whatever. Okay, but if you get hurt,
you're out.
We'll allow it, but if you get hurt, we are not paying you.
Yeah.
That's what most athletes get. Jordan goes, no, you're still paying me.
You're still going to pay me.
Because I love the game so much.
That's fantastic.
I love the game more than you do.
All right, think about your clause, because our contract's coming up.
Well, I mean, if this was like basketball, we shouldn't be allowed to talk the other 20 hours of the day.
True.
If I see a podcast mic, I'm allowed to get on it.
If I see
Say
two guys
whatever
on
I
the
want.
side of the road podcasting,
Talking about sports, I'm
I
allowed
have
to jump into that conversation.
But if
I
get
have
hurt,
to get on there.
If I lose my voice,
If I lose my voice, you still have to pay me.
I don't think Adam would go for that.
I've tried so many different things to try to add into my contract.
clauses.
It never works. Never. Hey, we got to make sure this is added. No, sorry. All right.
Well, so far to this point in the early NBA season, that is pretty much all we've gotten from Michael Jordan with his
It's the
analyst
same.
role.
It's the same interview.
They're just playing different portions
that they recorded a couple months ago. Which, by the way, Mike Tirico, I know he's a pro. I'd be terrified to interview Michael.
No, I wouldn't.
You wouldn't?
No.
He doesn't.
He doesn't scare
He makes
at
me
all.
nervous.
No,
he doesn't.
Nuh-uh, not a little. There's guys that I have no interest
Really?
in. Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
He seemed like, I feel like with Jordan, after watching,
I think he softened up.
after watching The Last Dance, I feel like you just get that dude going. You just get him talking about the things he loves the most. You get him talking about golf, you get him talking about basketball, and you get him talking about playing cards, and you are in dynamite shape. He doesn't scare me at all, not even a little. You want to talk about scary. I watched yesterday as I was sitting for an hour in the waiting room of LabCorp. You know who Lou Reed is?
Yes.
The musician. Lou Reed, yeah.
Yeah. Clicked on a link, popped up an interview with him. Maybe the most terrifying human of all time. Of all time. So it was so uncomfortable that I kept clicking. And I then Googled Lou Reed interviews. And I sat there and watched Lou Reed interviews. Now that was a scary interview. Like, hey, Lou, why do you do this? And he looks at him. He's like, why do you think I do it? I mean, he's there's no answer. Like it was, do yourselves a favor today. If you want to see some uncomfortable interviews, go look up Lou Reed from the Velvet Underground. Terrifying. Maybe, and it's perfect timing because I look at Jordan. I'm like, that's like interviewing a teddy bear next to Lou Reed.
I don't know. Hangs around with Charles Oakley still.
Does he?
Jordan?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's something terrifying about him
Edgy.
to me. Terrifying.
Little edgy.
Oh, by the way, confirmed Johnny Orange Tree says the Naranjo is the orange tree, not the orange.
Oh.
He says, thank you guys. You're awesome.
You're awesome.
He's in our
Thank you,
chat.
Johnny Orange Tree.
Thanks, Johnny Orange Tree.
All right. That will wrap it up for the sports. We do have not major breaking news, but we do have a story to talk about that was just posted by a friend of ours in The Athletic. We'll tease that for the next segment.
Oh, is this what I think it is?
It is.
Huh.
That is official.
Well,
so we'll get to that. I did have some old audio, funny audio, but then I found out it was like 3 years old, so I was going to skip that.
No, absolutely not. You have to play that audio. It's new to me, new to us.
It was posted like 3.5 years ago.
Don't care. It's one of the funniest things I've heard.
All right.
Well, and it's still relevant.
It's. I think that must have been why it was floating around. So we've been talking about the Lane Kiffin
Yep.
and James Franklin, all these college coaches,
Brian
and
Kelly.
these massive $50 million buyouts.
By the way, the update on that story that he's allowing Charlie Weiss Jr., his new offensive coordinator, to stay and coach at Ole Miss it doesn't make any sense. So Lane Kiffin's not allowed to stay and coach, but a guy who he's going to hire is
coming with Kiffin eventually.
He's coming with Kiffin eventually, but he's staying to coach in the playoffs.
Has he not officially said he's leaving?
So Kiffin still has his mole. Yeah, he's officially said he's leaving and joining Lane Kiffin. But Lane Kiffin is letting him stay and coach at Ole Miss. And Ole Miss is letting him coach. Is like, okay, so Lane Kiffin has his mole in there to try to do everything you said you didn't want to let him do, and that is convince all the players to come with him, or whatever you said was the problem.
Wow, that's weird.
You're now just letting Charlie Weiss Jr. do it.
You're right. That's weird.
It makes no sense. But Lane Kiffin can't do it. It's just everyone's really being petty.
They got hurt. Yeah, it hurt.
Yeah,
it hurt them.
So this is older audio.
Yeah, this is older audio that was floating around, and this was at like 3 years ago. It says a Little Rock Touchdown Club, so some Arkansas alumni luncheon.
Yeah. Oh, sounds awesome.
And Ed Orgeron, friend of the show, former LSU coach,
national champion.
Not that close of a friend, just to be clear.
Fair enough. Yes, he called in. He called in one time. He was talking about what his buyout situation was like when he was let go at LSU, and we were talking about $50 million buyouts. His was not that much; it was $17 million a few years back.
I sure liked his perspective, though.
But boy, this was funny. Here's what Ed O had to say 3 years ago.
Snort.
And they were good. And Scott Woodward is a friend of mine today. Really, really, a lot of respect for the way they handled me.
So what's next?
Well, I gotta tell you this though.
Ben,
say, Coach, you got $17.1 million on your contract. We're gonna give it to you. I said, what time you want me to leave, and what door you want me out of, brother?
$17 million. We're gonna pay it all.
What time you want me to leave, and what door you want me out of?
He's not asking, can I stick around and coach? Can I coach for one more game? No, he's like, done.
Yeah, you got $17.1 million.
He's unbelievable.
How do the voice get that way?
I mean, don't know.
That's not too much smoking.
No.
I mean,
I don't know.
It's a heavy Creole Cajun influence, but still.
What time you want me to leave? What door you want me to go out of?
It's unbelievable.
Is he getting enough air? I don't know what causes that.
I don't. It's so uncomfortable.
I'll give it to you.
It's so uncomfortable listening.
I said, what time you want me to leave? And what door you want me out of, brother?
There might be some cigars in his past. But
Michael in the chat says that Weiss Jr. Ben has the love to coach clause in his.
You can't stop me from coaching any game I want to coach.
Hey,
I see a football game. I want to go to the sideline and call plays. You can't stop me.
It's actually a great idea by SD activists in the chat, Paulie. Let's get Coach O back on and have him talk college football playoffs.
Why not?
You still have his digits?
Yeah.
Text him today.
Done.
He would be amazing.
Hello, boys. How are you?
Was he the one that he said he listened to us before, but he clearly hadn't? Remember that?
So
Yeah. It
I
was,
listened to you guys before. I'm like, we're a brand new show.
No, here's what it was.
Good try.
He had been in the public eye for years. He used to coach at USC, but that was all before we started as a show. So
he listened to the station.
He was trying to be nice and trying to just lie and say that he's heard of us. I used to listen to you guys when I was driving into practice over in Southern California.
Ben Reed's Rabs, I love it. My favorite. Absolutely.
We're like, yeah, you coached here like 6 years before we started, so that was impossible.
That was so fun. I remember looking at you guys like, what? What is he talking about? But
Callie's all day says maybe he has a big uvula.
Ooh, yeah, maybe. Just a giant dangling uvula. Thank you, Paulie.
Finally, we'll wrap it up with a story out of West Virginia. A masked burglar broke into a liquor store and was found the next morning, just absolutely trashed the place, and he was passed out on the bathroom floor next to a toilet. I think we've all probably been there once or twice. However, I'm not talking about a person. I'm talking about a raccoon.
Oh, okay.
That masked burglar. Little raccoon
Get it?
broke into
very good. Masked burglar.
Thank you.
Yeah.
He broke into a liquor store on Saturday.
What do you mean broke
overnight.
into a liquor
Like
store?
snuck in. He got into a liquor store.
Yeah,
It was
he
closed.
picked the lock.
His credit card trick.
I don't know
through
if
the
he got
window?
in through a vent or whatever, but
No, he went and
found
tricked
his-
out the boards the night before, got up in and tricked out the boards, turned off the security, and got in.
They say they really don't know how he got into the store, but the place
He's
was
a
locked
raccoon. I remember when I had 50 raccoons on my porch. Remember that?
in your house.
Yeah, on your Ring cameras.
Oh
and
my god!
They're just staring at you.
Yeah, opening up the dog food bin,
turning it.
Little
Raccoons
creepy
suck
hands.
because they are the cutest
I
little
know.
things, and they're vicious.
Yeah,
You
nasty.
Stay away. So, guy walks in the morning and sees all of their scotch and whiskey happen to be on the bottom shelf.
There's no way.
Within reach of a raccoon's arms. He knocked over all the bottles, got blasted, just hammered, and passed out in the bathroom next to the toilets. I will start by saying
That's a picture in our
the
chat.
raccoon is safe.
It's coming up. You see it here.
He is safe.
Oh my god, dude! Just chaos.
Just flat on his face in the bathroom next to the toilet.
He knocked over a bunch of bottles. A bunch of them broke.
Started
And he
lapping it up.
Just lapping it up. And they let him sleep it off, it says here, at an animal shelter. And then they released him back into the wild. There were zero signs of injury, maybe a little hungover. But
you can't just put that guy back out in the wild. He stumbles home. He's like, I swear to God, I broke into a
Mr. and
liquor store."
Mrs. Raccoon were not happy when their teenager came home
Taylor.
after a big night out.
Taylor the raccoon. Holy smokes. That's brilliant. Where was it? West Virginia? Virginia?
Western Virginia. Yeah, which is pretty much.
outside of Richmond, so Virginia.
Didn't you do a crack pipe raccoon smoking crack? Remember that?
Yeah.
That was recent too.
He was like raccoon was like living in somebody's car.
Yeah,
and
smoking-
found a pipe.
Figured out how to.
Or no, he was like their passenger.
It was their passenger. Yeah.
Remember when we had my
Florida.
friend, the producer of Cocaine Bear, on the show?
Yeah, that's right.
You know, people love animals getting into hijinks.
They do. They do. Thank you, Paulie.
You're welcome.
Very nicely done.
Yeah, let's get to that athletics story.
All right,
next.
we have big news
This
that I
sucks.
think Woods is incredibly disappointed in, and it's left him
No,
with
I'm not. I'm
a
happy.
dilemma. You have a dilemma, though.
I do have a dilemma.
You have a dilemma. We'll explain.
We
and
all
we'll,
do.
We'll give away tickets to someone named Brian's concert next here with Ben and Woods on 97.3 The Fan. First, if you are watching, college basketball this week has been going crazy. You can set your daily fantasy lineups with Prize Picks. The challenge that's been going on this week, all kinds of games. All you're picking is against the numbers stat projections. So in basketball, your points, your rebounds, your assists, all three combined together, your fantasy score. You pick more or less, and the more players you pick, the bigger you can win. Up to 6 in your lineup. You get them all right, you can win big. Turn a small little investment into a massive payout just by watching sports. You're doing it anyway. Prize Picks just adds to the enjoyment. All you have to do is download the Prize Picks app. Use the code KWFN to get started. You're going to get $50 in lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. So $5 your money, $50 of their money to play by using code KWFN. Again, $50 in lineups when you play your first $5 lineup at Prize Picks. Of course, football this weekend, all the bowl games coming up. You can watch them. No one really cares about the Bulls, but if you have a fantasy lineup, it's a little more fun, a little more interesting to watch each game. Combine your favorite teams, your favorite players into different lineups between 2 and 6 players on their stat projections. It's Prize Picks, where it's good to be right. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for details.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
As one of our absolute all-time show favorites appeared with us for the very last time.
No.
Just checking. I didn't know what your policy was going to be going forward. Welcome back.
He makes an interesting point.
Welcome back.
Does.
Bennett Woods. We just saw the news, which Woodsy, I believe you knew was coming at some point, but you wanted to wait and let her make the official announcement in all its due time. But our beloved friend, Katie Wu.
Sucks. I knew it was coming. And it still is the worst.
Has been covering baseball for years. Most recently, the St. Louis Cardinals for The Athletic has announced a transfer, as it were, perhaps a bit of a promotion in her eyes and in the world of baseball. She is now going to be covering on a daily basis.
Oh, my God.
The Los Angeles Dodgers. Tim SD says Katie can pound sand. She knows that's the evil empire. It's not her job. Man. Now, I will point out,
she's fair.
She's The Athletic. It's not her job to be a Dodgers fan. It's her job to be objective. And if the Dodgers have a major scandal, catastrophe, anything like that, Katie should be front and center at taking them down as the daily reporter for The Athletic.
I'm sick with this news. I tweeted out Yamamoto, Glasnow, Snell, Ohtani, Mookie, Freddie, and now Katie Wu. I'm sick. They get everybody. I also tweeted, I love you, Katie Wu. This is the worst day of my life. So I hope you're happy. Dodger fans don't deserve you. And that's the truth. They don't. They do not.
They will not appreciate her the way that the Cardinals fans did or we did.
And here's the worst part. She's going to teach these idiots ball. That's the thing. That's the worst part of all of this. She's going to make them smarter, better baseball fans, which it's a tall order. It's one of the dumber fan bases that you'll run across from time to time. But Katie is absolutely elite at ball knowledge, and she's going to make them better, the fans, which makes me even more mad. She's incredible at what she does. Listen,
I mean, in every respect, this is good news for Katie.
1,000%.
The Cardinals are kind of dipping into more irrelevancy. It's not as great of a beat to cover. The Dodgers are huge news every single day, whether you like it or not.
Look, man, you're trying to live
this is a massive, massive gift for
you.
Katie.
Trying to live in Southern California, you're trying to live in St. Louis. All right? Which one? 114, 97% humidity in July, or you want to live in California and, be at least closer to San Diego, which is a place that she loves very much. I get it. It's a gig. You have to do it, and I'm happy for her. Don't I sound happy for her?
So happy.
Now, there's a couple ways you can look at this. Number one is the way I look at it. Katie's a dear friend. Now I've got a spy. Now I've got a spy that can help shape my narratives. Okay? So that's how I'm going to look at it. Got a source. Got another source out there.
She's unimpeachable, though.
And we've had
I've gotten stuff from her. We've
You've
collabed.
impeached her?
We've collabed on a few things.
Does Hannah know that you've done this?
Over the years? I don't think Hannah would mind. I have a little insight. That's how I look at it. And she always has a platform here to come on and talk about the Dodgers.
I was going to say we kind of have this unofficial policy on the show. How many Dodger beat writers have you heard on this program?
Dylan Hernandez doesn't make a lot of appearances on our program.
No.
Even like Alden Gonzalez from ESPN, who's
Alden's
great.
good,
We've had him
though.
on a couple of
He's
times,
good.
I think, but he's
not technically a Dodger.
He's not a Dodgers
They assign
beat
him there a
writer.
lot because he's based in Southern California, but he also covers the Padres when big news happens with the Padres.
Who's there? Like
Who's their beat? Is it Andy
Fabian
McCullough?
Yeah,
Or Fabian?
Fabian Ardania or what?
Or
was his
Daya?
name? Yeah. He's, I think, the beat writer.
He's
for The
good
Athletic.
too.
So it's him and Katie are both with the Athletic.
They have double duty now.
Yeah.
That's how important the
Dennis Lynn's like,
Athletic
cool, I'll just
thinks the
handle everything
Dodgers
on my own.
are. They deserve 2 daily reporters.
Yeah, Julian says this is what Luke felt like when he found out that Vader was his dad. I agree.
It's just nice that the Dodgers
not
finally catch a
true.
break and get a quality human being covering them. And
Worst day for you.
Search your
Abandoned by
feelings,
your
Woods.
father or this, Paulie?
it's close.
Close, right?
Honestly, probably this.
Probably this. Yeah. Tougher pill to swallow, right?
Yeah.
That is tough. Worst day for you. That C- you got that we
Yeah,
found
I
out
think
yesterday or
so,
this?
yeah.
Which was
You know
worse?
Me. You know me.
See-
Closet LA guy. I'll sympathize with Katie. It's fine.
Ben over there. Well, I mean, it actually is, it's a better team. And,
They got some good restaurants up there.
They
It's
do.
fine.
They do.
She'll be okay.
Man.
She's gonna thrive. And
Would you rather-
Hollywood? She's gonna thrive.
Would
She's
you
gonna
rather
thrive.
do time again? Or have Katie work for the Dodgers?
I'll go do the time, actually.
happy for Katie.
The time was much easier than this news.
This sucks.
Yeah,
I'm
this is
happy
tough.
for Katie. This is great news for her.
Little bit of
Little
turd
bit.
polishing there. This sucks.
Can you not be happy for your friends when good things happen to
I'm
them,
very
even
happy.
if it's not a good thing for you?
I'm happy she gets to get out of St. Louis. Honestly, it can't have been easy there, and it's not a fun organization to cover anymore, right? So I can put my bias aside because I
And there was no
absolutely-
path to
dude.
bigger and better things there either. In LA, I mean, she's going to constantly. They have so many media outlets. They're going to constantly ask Katie for this and that.
Yeah,
She'll make
she's gonna
tons of
crush
extra
it,
money
man.
for
And it's-
appearances and appearing
she's
on
not
TV
joining, like-
shows and everything.
This isn't like covering the
Yeah.
Patriots on their last year of
Right.
Belichick and you know what I mean? Like she's right in the middle of 4 straight World Series titles or whatever the hell they're gonna do. It's unequivocally the right move
Yeah,
for
dude.
her.
And she deserves anything good that comes her way. And I think this will be very good for her. She will be elite. I will continue to read her pieces as I always have. And I think St. Louis is going to miss her greatly. But again, I'm going to look at it as an opportunity to impeach
It's just
her.
going to hurt a little more when you see the headline: Dodgers acquire Paul Skeens per Katie Woo.
Katie Woo.
Oh, yeah.
God dang it, not again. You've ruined my life, Katie.
The Dodgers have signed Kyle Tucker for
Per Katie Woo of
$14.
the Athletic.
Per Katie Woo.
Oh, that's gonna suck.
Dodgers pick up Tarek Skubal at deadline per Katie,
Katie
Woo
Woo.
of the Athletic.
All right, so
is
we gotta.
something.
She's coming on the show tomorrow, right? We gotta make that happen.
Yeah, that
Before
has
it's
to
too
happen.
late.
Yeah, before it's too
Before
late.
they've sunk their
fangs
claws into her.
Now we
Yeah.
sent her a Ben and Wood shirt. If she really wants to ingratiate
Oh,
herself
just
to the
wear it
LA
around
media,
Dodger
just
Stadium?
wear it. Just wear it.
It's right there in the scrum
Ah.
with Dave Roberts every day.
That would be a safety concern for her.
Yeah, it would.
And I would not want anything like that to happen. So
I'm actually bummed now because Dodger fans are gonna be like, "Oh, you're good friends with Ben and Woods," but she's so good. Dodger fans, you're very lucky. Again, nice that you guys finally caught a break, but you did get one of the best out there in the business.
Tier ones, you were also very lucky, especially if you're country fans, because we got more tickets to give away right now to Zach Bryan in concert at Snapdragon Stadium coming up next summer. 2 tickets to the 6th caller right now, 833-288-0973. Go see the show on July 31st at the Snap. You can get your tickets at Ticketmaster.com or win them right now by calling 833-288-0973. We'll give them to the 6th caller. Come back, wrap things up for a Wednesday, middle of the week hump day on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Guess I'll be going home today after the show and drown my sorrows with a big glass of Eco Water, as I always do. Very upset about the Katie Woo news, but I'm very happy about Eco Water. It has been such an easy thing. I actually told my wife this morning, I said, I think I need to go check the unit because you have to put salt in it, right? Like once a year. And there's too many Christmas gifts in the way, but you're still not worried because it's still the best water you're going to drink. It's been such a breeze to have in our home since we got it put in. It's incredible. They've got they're the first with remote monitoring, the first with Wi-Fi and leak detection, the first with whole home automatic cutoffs that can stop a leak before it becomes a disaster. We haven't had any of those problems with our Eco Water system at all. They are just incredible. Been doing this since 1925 when they patented the first self-regenerating water softener. Hard water is a bear. It's a bear on your body. It's a bear on your appliances. So get the soft water. Try the Soft Life and alkaline water. Now just $9.95 a month. Best water you can drink. Best water you can get for your family. 760-350-3338. Or go to ecowatersocal.com. Let them know Woodsy sent you. Not everything in life should be hard, especially your water. Keeping it soft since 1925.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? This spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
That's something that makes me feel a bit guilty as a professional sports caster. And I will tell you what it is coming up. First, this hour on 97.3 The Fan is brought to you by Mission Fed. From first accounts to big life moments, Mission Fed can help. Saving shouldn't be stressful. Mission Fed makes it easier with great rates on savings, certificates, and ultra money market accounts. Grow your money the smart way. Check the latest rates and open an account at missionfed.com. Membership and account criteria apply. I wonder if Paulie, I don't think Woods would be able to figure out. Paulie might be able to figure this out, though.
Was it a math question? What is it?
No, it's what?
Was it about technology?
It's something in the sports world
buying vacuums
that I don't care about at all. And people do, and I don't. And I never cover it because I just don't understand.
Well, I have like 40
why
of those.
You have so many of them. That's why I was thinking. But I wonder if Paulie can figure out what it is, because today's the day when everyone's going crazy over all of it.
I know what it is.
But I don't care at all, even about my own teams, even about our local teams. I don't care.
International Signing Day.
The college.
College,
college, high school.
What, you don't care about that?
I don't care about it. I know it's important. I know, like, to build a program, it's important to get good recruits. But the list of 17 names that are signed. Oh, they got this wide receiver from Temecula, and they got this quarterback from San Francisco.
That's weird to me that you don't care about it.
To me,
you're not super passionate.
You have no
about
idea. These are high school kids. You have no. I mean,
you're not super passionate about a college team.
Someone put a 4-star rating on a guy, and someone put a 5-star, and I guess it's better if you get more 5s and 4s than 3s. But ultimately, you'll talk about him for a minute, and then you'll forget about him until 3 years from now.
No, not in college football, bro. No way.
That's why I don't get it. Like, people obsess over it, and like,
oh, I love it.
You do.
Oh, I love it.
But you don't know anything about any of these kids. You've never seen any of them play.
No, I've never seen any of them play.
But not a single one of them.
No, I've seen their highlights on Twitter.
Maybe.
Though.
Maybe.
Yeah, of course.
A high school highlight against a high school defense.
Sure. I mean, you get excited about Padres draft picks that we've never seen.
Do you?
Doesn't he?
I don't love drafts. I really am not.
Yeah.
Maybe if I like college football, you watch them play for 4 years, you're curious about which NFL team they're going to go to. Even basketball is starting to get, 19 of the first 30 picks are from some,
international
European league that I've never seen them play. Yeah. Victor Wembanyama, I heard great things. He's really tall and probably going to be spectacular, but I don't know him.
You're like, okay, Cooper Flag. I remember that guy from Duke, but everybody else in the top 5.
But from high school to college, the guys that they signed, to me, it's just one big list. And then I hope these guys end up being good in a couple of years.
Yeah. I think if we're talking like about college football and our personal rooting interests, I can see why Woods would be a little bit more interested in who Notre Dame is signing, which top, blue chip recruits.
Sure, it's San Diego State. It's like, are you fighting between the 2 and the 3 stars? Do they even give 2 stars? I don't know.
Even in basketball, did I hear it was like Pharaoh Compton's like the highest rated prospect that they've ever brought in.
Talented and he's good, but I think Evan Burns was their highest ever prospect.
More than Kawhi?
Complete flame
Kawhi
out.
was not.
No, he was under the radar. He was a 3-star,
Yeah.
kind of under the radar hard worker. Couldn't shoot. I mean,
Yeah.
You know, he learned that later. He was a great defensive player, but that doesn't get you 5 stars.
Even anybody that's come after Kawhi, they were never the top.
It's what they do in college, not what they do before college that matters.
Yeah, but you know, with the portal now too, somebody said it's even less important now with the portal. Okay, fine.
And that's true too.
But the bigger and better your class is, right? Yeah, you're going to lose some guys to the portal. Certainly.
Adam said it's because you don't cover high school sports. I don't cover high school sports that
true.
much. And I know people do, and they get crazy over it, but I think it's for parents and for people who have high schoolers.
Yeah.
But I just don't know that everyone else cares that
It's
much
great for
about
the kids. I'm glad, especially the top recruits that could go on ESPN or something and pick their hat.
And this is going to sound bad, but it's me, so you understand why. I'm not supposed to cover stories because it's cool for the kid who gets covered.
Right.
And he has a clip that he can show all of his friends at school. Look, I was on TV. I'm supposed to do stories that are interesting to hopefully all of San Diego or as many viewers as possible.
Yeah, that move the needle.
Going down to Bonita Vista and interviewing, you know, a football player because he just committed to go play at Texas Tech.
Yeah.
To me is like the most boring thing I could possibly imagine doing. And I'm sorry that that's how I feel about it, but you know, I know you don't come to Channel 10 for 97.3 The Fan for your high school football coverage, at least not on this show, because I just have never found it that interesting.
Like I'm elated today because I think the Irish came in at number 4, top 5 class, 27 commits.
It's just probably good news, but there's been great classes that flame out.
Sure.
And they don't turn out to be anything. There's been classes that were ranked 50th, and guess what? 2 years from now, they win a national championship because those guys were way better. They got more out of them.
I get massively excited on the day of, but I don't do a lot of research leading up to, we're in the mix for, you know, this guy or this running back, and he's got 7 schools he's going to decide. There's the ones that you land, and you talk about flameouts. I'll never forget Ron Powless, man. Ron Powless was like one of the biggest busts ever. And when they got him out of Berwick, Pennsylvania, his first game against Michigan, he threw 4 TDs. Like, he's going to win 2 Heisman trophies. He didn't win anything. He was terrible. I got him drunk most nights at Bridget McGuire's when I was the bartender, and a lot of pressure. You know, tough to succeed. But for everyone that flames out, man, there's that one that you're like, oh, this guy's a program changer.
I'm going to make another admission here because Adam just texted. How is this different than getting hyped for Ethan Salas? You know, when he is a prospect,
it's not.
I wasn't that excited about them. Hopeful, like,
yeah.
At the very least, when you sign a guy to a pro contract and he's well regarded as a huge prospect, you know, at some point he could at least be a trade chip. Even if he never ends up being a Padre.
Let's be honest.
You know, if he stays healthy, he's probably going to be a trade chip. So they've got something there that they invested in, and there's a reputation.
There's no trading in college football.
As we're seeing with Ethan Salas, anyone who went gaga over the moon, like the Padres just signed the next Johnny Bench, who's going to be the catcher for 20 years.
He broke his back.
Who knows if he's ever going to make the big leagues? You probably shouldn't have been that excited.
Spinal, actually.
Spinal.
Yeah.
It is.
I broke my back.
Now, hopefully he'll be fine. He'll have a good season in the minors. He hasn't hit at all in the minor leagues. Hasn't been healthy at all. Lost an entire season of development.
You got me so fired up for him.
Oh, I know.
Sounds like it.
Talking about teenagers, you know, just
they're teenagers.
They're teenagers.
Yeah, I still get excited.
They're teenagers.
I still get excited.
I
love when my team gets a good, solid class, and they are. It leads you to believe in your program that they're doing things the right. If Sean, this is where I disagree with you. If Sean Lewis today went out and announced they had the third best recruiting class in college football,
ESPN's draft or signing gurus, so they had a huge class. You'd be like, oh, hell yeah, kind of excited about it. Yes,
yeah,
but it's really nebulous, like trying to decide what is this good and what are they actually doing.
Like I said earlier, for me, like my favorite college sports team is San Diego State men's basketball.
And if they got
it'd be great. I would be excited, sure, but it never happens. They're never going to have the guy on ESPN with Scott Van Pelt
never
picks the San Diego State hat or jersey or whatever.
I never say never.
All those top
the hats
recruits,
are always the same. It's even
Kansas,
for SDSU basketball. No, but when someone has a San Diego State hat on, they have a Cal hat on. They have a Cal hat and a Colorado State hat
and an Oregon State
and an Oregon State hat, and they pick the San Diego State hat. It's like it's never the Kentucky hat, the North Carolina hat, and the San Diego State hat, and they pick the San Diego State hat. That never happens.
Yeah.
But Woodsy's probably seen somebody go pass over maybe an Alabama or a Clemson.
100%.
An
Penn
Auburn,
State,
Penn State, and pick the Notre Dame football.
And it's a great feeling, man.
I'm sure it is.
It's a great feeling.
David Vu says, keep in mind 10% of high school recruits work out or something like that. I see Ben's point. What's the point of being excited when the success rate is so low?
Yeah.
I mean, I hope that their success rate is higher, like 25% instead of 8% this year.
Put it this way. Adam Klug, who is a Georgia football fan, he is excited about National Signing Day. I'm a Notre Dame football fan. I am excited about National Signing Day. Who's your team? USC. You root for USC a little bit. Mr. LA.
Not enough to care
about signing day.
I think they got the number 1 class.
Did they?
Yeah. Is what I was reading.
And I feel a little guilty about it because I know other people work really hard at it and care a lot about it. And I can never muster
SDSU with the 80th ranked class. There you go.
Out of what? Like 136 teams?
Yes.
That's not that good.
And guess what? I'm sure the class that contributed to them making the Final Four and the Natty was also probably 80th or something. You know what I mean? Like they've always been. Yeah, exactly. I don't know. It just doesn't do anything here.
I think it's just dependent on how into it you are, really. Because I'm more into it than you are. So
which is weird because I'm usually more into everything sports related.
Pretty much every other sport. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, what would your reaction if Ben comes in tomorrow and he's like, "Oh my God, have you seen this 3-star cornerback recruit that said he's going to go to San Diego State? Probably going to change his mind in 3 weeks, anyways. But oh my gosh, I'm so excited. He chose between us, New Mexico, and San Jose State, and he picked San Diego State."
Nancy said, "A huge milestone for parents. Absolutely, proudest day of their life.
Yeah.
Your son or daughter just got a scholarship. Pick what school they're going to." Is that news to?
No, it's to me and my parents.
Joe Smith
my grandparents
watching in Escondido, or someone watching out in El Cajon or whatever. Is that news to all those people, or is it just news to the family? That's the way I kind of view it. Yeah. All right, we need to check traffic one more time. Wrap things up on a Wednesday next on 97.3 The Fan.
5 Get Ross Traffic Center, protecting San Diego after accidents or injury. Here's Kelly Danick.
Got a few things wrapping up our morning drive. One of them's a crash on southbound at 15 near Bernardo Center. It's blocking the 3 left lanes. Southbound 5 before La Costa, accident blocking the left lane. And on the Nobel Drive on-ramp to South 805, getting reports of a rack in the left lane. Not touching that one. I'm Kelly Danick with Ben and Wood, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Kelly talking about racks.
In the middle of the street. Where's this again? Check this out for research purposes. Where did she say that was? Where did she say that was?
Honey, I got to go down to Bonita later.
There's a rack in the 3rd lane. This hour on 97.3 The Fan is brought to you by IHOP. Introducing everybody the IHOP value menu. All your breakfast faves, just $6 each every day. Asterisk. Where else can you get a big filling sit-down breakfast for only $6? Asterisk. Go to your happy plates with the $6 asterisk IHOP value menu available every day at IHOP. Now, $7 in some locations.
Locations are going to be $7.
Still a good deal either way.
Yeah.
But just wanted to make sure everyone was clear.
Yeah.
If you go in your IHOP and they say that's $7, don't get mad at me.
Yeah.
I let you know. I warned you. All right. Our pal Braden is coming up next. He's the opposite of me.
Yep.
He will care about this, and he has the passion for it. I just don't. I never have. Maybe someone can explain to me how you find the passion for high school recruiting.
You never heard the saying, different strokes
for different folks. You're absolutely right.
Right? Whatever floats.
If we were all exactly the same, what would be the point of that?
Yeah.
What would be the point? Yeah. We all have to have our own interests. I get into bracketology. It's December.
Oh, my God. Does he
ever? I'll go down the weeds, and I can understand
why
someone goes, why do I care about bracketology so much?
When he starts on that bracketology, Joe Lunardi, and I mean, my eyes glaze over. I'm like,
and that's probably like high school recruiting.
Please shut up.
The first week of
January.
I know.
I was reading Joe Lunardi.
I click on it every week, and I can't. I do like it.
Remember the tweets that he used to do when the rankings would come out? Yeah. And he'd be so distracted in the last segment of the show. What day was it? Like Tuesday or something?
The AP poll.
He would be a wreck. Yeah. And I'd be talking to him, and he's looking at his phone because he had to beat John Schaefer or something out to tweet it out.
There's growth because I don't do that anymore.
I'm so proud of you.
I don't have to worry about it right now at San Diego State either. They're not going to show up in any rankings.
I'm so proud of you That is growth. I feel like me and Paulie had something to do with that. Shaming you enough.
Partially,
Tweet
yes.
shaming.
But I also think I came to the realization some things don't matter.
Yes.
You gotta let those go.
Correct.
Let those go
I'm so
a little
proud
bit.
of you, dude. God, you have grown. Maybe you don't need therapy after all.
All guests on Bennett Woods appear on the David P. Shapiro fan hotline. David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. Throwback Thursday tomorrow. We always have fun stuff from December's. We'll get to that and much more. For Paul Reindl, Stephen Woods, I'm Ben Higgins. Have a great rest of your Wednesday from all of us here at San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. So long.